Hello everyone, my name is BishiDove, and today we're going to be playing some more Lost Judgment from the Yakuza series. Welcome in everyone, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I had a interesting weekend, not in a bad way, but yeah, I got a new haircut. I'll show y'all in a little bit. I heard bust judgment, yeah. Exactly.
Show us your meat!
I hope by meat you mean my new haircut. Thank you so much for subscribing for 21 months. Oh my god, shit. There you go. Thanks. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Hey, Arkham, welcome. Here's our progress. Oh, we're getting into the upper parts of the top of the star here. We're gonna stop when we get to the cork and I can't, you know, close it anymore, basically. But it's actually getting there. My goodness. Taking so long to fill just because the stars are so little. I'm excited to do more Ace Attorney tomorrow. We're finally entering the last case of Justice for All.
Show us your meat! Show us your meat!
I had to look up Ryuji's name to make sure was cool blonde guy from Y2 in my memory. See, I know Ryuji's name. I would know him in a heartbeat. But yeah, for a lot of the Yakuza characters that y'all just kind of like pop off saying and listing in my chat, I have to go Google real quick to double check that I know who you're talking about. Because I'm like, is that who I think it is? Or I don't remember that name at all until I see their face. I know their face better than their name. Literally, over the weekend, I was visiting family and I went outside to do something and a neighbor came over and started a conversation with me and they introduced themselves and I couldn't tell you what their name was, even if I was, you know, not to protect their privacy, but because I don't even know what their name is. Like, I don't remember. They said it and immediately it was gone. I'm really bad with names. I have to put effort into remembering names and I have to hear it a few times probably. Which is why Twitch is great, because most of y'all, I call you by your username, which I can see every day. So if I call you something other than your username, I had to put effort into remembering that and associating it with your username. So I would, you know, see, you know, like Ruuuvo, I would see Ruuuvo and be like, oh, that's, you know, random normal person name. Oh, that's Kiryu, you know, whatever. Like I would associate the name with the username. Alfred's got that special treatment. I mean, hey, it's just, I ask people, what do you want me to call you? And sometimes they'll say their username, or sometimes they'll say a different name. So I just go by what you guys ask. Wolf, if you wanted me to call you something else, just let me know, you know? It's just whatever y'all are more comfortable with. Okay, I'll take that, bet. Can you call me Susibaka? It's my preferred handle. Okay, Susibaka, sure. Are you sure you want this? Are you sure? I made my bed and now I shall sleep in it. Yes, you shall, Susibaka. Yes, you shall. Okay, now I'm gonna show off my haircut. As we, oh my god, it's almost been an hour. Y'all are just too fun to talk to. Okay, so it's actually an undercut all around my head. Ruuuvo gave me this cut over the weekend. I have this gel back. I basically have to style this now or it just like flips out and looks kind of weird. So it's gelled right now. But yeah, it's like an undercut all around my head. It's under this too, which is good because summer's coming and it's already so hot in here. So that's all my buzz cut hair. Yeah, and I feel like if I wanted to, I could also like maybe gel this back. You know, like do something like that. I can't see it, but you know, I think that'd look cool and then it would show the undercut all the way. But I haven't had the cut for that long, so I haven't really, thought about styling it. It's already so hot in here. Oh my god. And the AC is on too. There we go. But yeah, I really like it. I never knew what to do with this side of my hair. Like, when it was longer, I would just always be like, I don't know, I don't like it. So now I like this. Because I would always want to gel it back anyway, so now it's just easier. I like your cut, G. I knew somebody would say that. Boots, slay the house down, bitch. Boots, slay the house down. And honestly, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know if I would ever do it, but definitely not anytime within the next few years. I think that I would look really cool just all shaved. I think I would. I think I could pull it off. but it's not what I want. I love my curly hair. I love having the pink. I like having kind of like a fluffy look going on, so I wouldn't do that, but I think I could pull it off. Like, just imagining this extended all over. I think I would. All right. I think it's time we play Yakuza, because it's been an hour! We've been just hanging out and talking for an hour. I can't believe it. All right, let's go ahead and go. I've talked about so much. Let's just go. Tim Curry is an international treasure. You are correct. You should say it. You are right and you should say it. Okay. Whew. Why is Sussy Baka saying no? Oh, Tim Curry is not an international treasure. He's an interdimensional treasure. Ah. Okay, y'all. So, the last thing that happened in the plot is admittedly very heavy. So, the next few bits of plot are gonna be very heavy. So I gotta get my giggles out now. And actually, I'm glad we spent so long just hanging out and talking, because of that. Can we switch stream this week? Have the game on the small camera and you on the main display? I've come for hair content, not video games. Yeah, hold on. I should have a camera for this one. I should really have like a whole scene for this. Okay, that's fine. Ready to play! Ready to play some Yakuza! Now this is content! Oh yeah! Okay, that's enough of that. Oh. Bigger! Wait, I think I do have something for this. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna do a joke first and then we're gonna keep going. Don't worry. Don't worry. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yay! We're playing video games! Yeah! This is how you stream in gaming categories, okay? The game should be about 1/4 of the screen, if even that much, and your camera should be the rest. Alright. You laugh when I've seen streamers do this. I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I appreciate that you remembered. I'm telling you, if you guys tell me to change your name to something, I will remember it. Maybe with a couple mistakes here and there as I, like, remember it. But no, yeah, I mean, you're Sussy Baka now, so. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Remember BishiDove? This is them now. Feel old yet? They completely switched around and now they're just, Bishi Titan. Bishi Titan. That should be another thing, like Bishi Giant or something, you know? That should be another redemption. Okay, anyways, so last time I played this, what happened was some pretty sad stuff. So the teacher, Sawa-sensei, was, unfortunately murdered. And that was the last thing that we saw. Basically, we tried to figure out, you know, who did this, how did they do it, and now we're back at the school, and I believe what just happened was the, oh gosh, what was her name again? I always forget her name. Let's see, let's go to this. Yeah, the Mystery Research Club student came and talked to us, and, wanted to help us investigate and learn who did the murder. We told her, no, just focus on your school stuff. Don't get involved. This is too deep for you. And now we're here, and we're supposed to go to the chairman's office. So, here we go. Bishi Kaiju. Oh yeah, we could call it that. So what had happened was bad stuff. Bishi Beetle. Beetles are still small. It would have to be like a giant beetle. Chapter 7 can have little a murder as a treat, said the writers. Bishimon. Bishimon. Alright. Let's go. Oh, we're going Up? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's at like the top floor. Go.
Dozo. 来てくれましたか。
ええ、もちろんです。
おかけになってください。刑事さんから聞きました。沢先生の第一発見者があなただったと。
そうです。
あなたは事前に沢先生の身を案じてました。私には見えないものが八神さんには見えているんですよね。
そのつもりでいました。でも見えていたつもりのものが全然違ってきていたり、俺にもまだ消化できていないことが山ほどあるんです。
それは例えば何です？
偉人町の便利屋でクワナという男がいました。
Right.
事
So
件
he
の
was
直前
there, so they're connected
俺
somehow.
は
We
そい
don't
つ
know
と沢
how or
先生
why.
の自宅前で鉢合わせています。
ではその人が犯人ということで？
そうではないと思います。ただクワナをめぐったゴタゴタに沢先生は巻き込まれた可能性があります。実はクワナというのは偽名で、カムロ町の半グレたちに追われていました。 RK というグループで数日前には河合というチンピラを探していたんです。河合は13年前沢先生の高校時代の同級生でした。
どうやらもう私には理解できません。あなたが今日まで調べた情報量は生半可じゃなさそうだ。でも私はもう限界ですよ。方々からの問い合わせにマスコミ対応です。この老体には答えますよ。
お察しします。
でもやはり一番きついのは若い人たちが次々に犠牲になっていることです。三越場君の死体発見に江原さんの殺人動画流出、そして今回の沢先生の事件です。私はそれらが別々の事件だとは思いません。
You think?
どこか深いところで根っこがつながっているんじゃないでしょうか。
俺もそう思います。
もしその根っこを掘り出すのなら、どれだけの土をかき出せばいいのか想像もつきません。それでも八神さん、あなたには最後まで掘り続けることをお願いしたいんです。そして沢先生の無念を晴らしてくれますか。あんないい先生がなんでまだこれからだったんですよ。彼女は何こんなあんまりじゃないか。
今はまだはっきりした手がかりがないんです。だから根っこを掘り当てられるかはお約束できません。ただ誰が何を言っても何人で止めに来ても俺は掘り続けます。
そうですか。ここ数日は本当に悪夢のようでした。だから久しぶりですよ。いいニュースを聞いたのは。
俺も話せてよかったです、理事長。
あとは沢先生の2年2組が心配で
So
す。
what are they gonna do now?
八神さんもよくご存知の通り少し不安定な子たちがいますから、また今回の件で例のいじめが再燃したりしないか。
幸田さんのことですよね。わかりました。俺も学校にいるときは気にかけるようにしますよ。
Man. I have like... I was having a lot of thoughts, but I didn't want to like speak over the dialogue. But I'm kind of like frustrated because the chairman is talking about, you know, oh, all of these lives that are being lost, which of course I agree. But then it's also like, okay, so you're upset about this, and then what about the students that were being bullied and then lost their lives, and then you're not like recognizing that there was any evidence of it and denying it, and then the teacher wanted to speak about it but then was pressured into not speaking about it, and that's kind of probably what's been leading up to her being killed. Not that it was her fault. But that's like the factor probably. And then I think she also knew something that she could have leaked to us that would have jeopardized this other group of people, whoever killed her. Well, no, we know who killed her. I don't know, it's complicated, but oh god. Okay, I guess we just go now. Or what does he say if I talk to him? Ugh.
どうぞこれからもよろしくお願いします、八神さん。もし私にもできることがあれば何でも言ってください。何としても澤先生の無念を晴らさないと。
I feel bad for this character, but also I don't 100% trust him for some reason. Like there's just something that I'm not like, I don't trust you. I should go check out class 2-2 before I leave the campus. I swear to God, if they're just bullying right after their teacher died, I'm gonna be so upset. I am going to be very upset. Bishi-chan. Bishi-kun. Playing at Japanese dub, I see. Yes, I've been playing the whole series in Japanese, so just figured I would continue the trend. But the dub is very, very good. Acting on point as always, yes. I didn't feel like I could speak over it, you know? Like, I just want to let them do their thing. And give my thoughts after. Our inventory of dirty iron is full. Sorry. Okay, so where exactly? Oh, they're on the same floor. Okay. Works for me. Alright, are y'all behaving yourselves? Huh? I guess they're gonna get like a substitute?
Yagami-san じゃないっすか。何しに来たんです？
なんかおかしいですよね。八神さんが来た途端、三越柴先生が死体で見つかって、次は澤先生が殺されちゃった。まるで疫病神みたい
You're
な。
gonna blame Yagami? Okay.
確かにそうかもな。
みんなマジ辛気臭くてだるい。澤先生って男子受けは良かったけど授業は程度低いし大して面白くなかったし、
Okay.
少なくとも私は全然一緒に泣けないっすわ。
Okay.
偽善者っぽい。
I'm edgy because I don't cry over teachers dying. Haha.
お前も黙って。
Yeah, you're gonna piss them off for real.
せーのどうせ。
Oh my god. Oh?
んだよ、こうだ。
Oh, she's just leaving? Oh, okay. I was like, what's she
八
doing?
神さん、私たちなら大丈夫です。今はわからないことだらけでみんな不安定なだけ。でもだから澤先生に何があったのか分かったときは私たちにも教えてもらえませんか？
優等生気取り。すかした顔しちゃって。何？
God, I really don't like. I don't like any of these bully characters. They're all terrible.
前にも言ったと思うけど、俺は探偵でさ、三越柴弘がなんで殺されたのかを調べてた。それで澤先生とも話してたんだ。彼女はその事件との関連で巻き込まれた可能性が高い。だから俺は先生のことも三越柴のことも絶対に全部はっきりさせる。
いいよどうせ。ネットじゃ三越柴先生完全に悪者じゃん。昔いじめしてたから殺されて当然だったって。
そうだな。 なら俺のレポートが聞きたくなったらその時声をかけてくれりゃいい。お前の抱えてるそのモヤモヤ晴らすには俺の仕事は役に立てると思う。
なんだよ探偵って。ああ、うさんくさ。
Okay. My reaction to her is just like,
あいつ
yeah,
さ、
whatever.
あかね。三越柴先生のことを
We know
好き
you're
だったんだよ。
insecure and you're making up for it by
ノリ
being mean
も
to
あってたし
everybody.
め
We
っちゃ
get
話
it.
してたのにある日どっか消えちゃった。仲良くしてたつもりが自分の一人相撲だった。おかげでモヤモヤしっぱなし。それで自分にブレーキがかけらんなくなってったんじゃないかなって。だから今までのこと許してくれって
Is
言っ
this
てるわけ
supposed to be her sob story right now? I'm sorry, I
自
wasn't
分
paying
たちが
attention.
許されないことしたってわきまえてるのが上出来だ。
I'm supposed to feel bad for her?
ごめんな、こうだ。
Oh, wow.
これまでしてきたこと全部。
Okay. Let's see her do that. If she does that too, then I will respect her a little more.
一生許されないと思ってろ。
Yeah.
それが当然なん
She
だ。
doesn't have to accept your apology at all.
そうっすね。
でもよく謝った。
どうも。
At least he apologized, but yeah, like he's not entitled to acceptance of that apology. You know, that's how most of things like this go. You can say sorry if you actually mean it, but it doesn't mean they're gonna forgive you. If you were pretty terrible, and they were very terrible. Whole group of people just ganging up on this poor girl, you know, making her life a living hell. No, I wouldn't accept it either. I'd just be like, okay, cool. I don't like you, but even her dude friend was like, what? Yeah, so tired of this girl. Like how the chairman isn't treated as a villain. Really common trope to have the principal be a villain of some sort. Very rarely do you see one that means well. Yeah, it's just, it sucks because like he means well, but is still kind of feeding into this issue of like, you know, we don't want our school to be known as like the place where bullies are, and oh well, we need real actual visible evidence of it, or we're not going to support the victim, that kind of thing. So it just fell into that, which happens all the time realistically, but that's why I have complicated feelings about him, because like if that was a real person in real life, I wouldn't respect them. Like, no, you're just, you know, yeah, every principal. I don't really like principals, so welcome in, Dan. I mean, the whole educational system, let's just scrap it, redo it. School image carries a lot, exactly, yeah. And they're always like, sports, sports, sports! More important, more important! Let's cut all the creative art stuff. More sports! Just all of that. All of that. Such a trope to have such a mean girl character. Yeah, that too, that too. That's why I'm like, you know? But honestly, I mean, girls bully too, 100%, and sometimes they can be the worst. They can be really, really awful. There's a lot of like examples of them pretending to be your friend, but then they just take every opportunity to embarrass you and bully you, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's actually studies done on gender differences when it comes to bullying, which can be kind of interesting. But you know, a bully is a bully, either way. Both terrible. Like, I appreciate that that character apologized, but again, I get why she just walked away. Like, yeah. I had no right to take it out on Yagami. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, you can always find, like, a reason why they might be a bully, but I don't feel that that excuses it. It's just a explanation for it. But you can't be like, well, I bully because I'm sad. You know? It's like, okay, you're making them sad. You know? So it's just, ugh. Yeah. Well, I think, like, the mean girl trope. That's like a trope. But it is a thing. Like, yes. Tropes are usually based in reality. But they can be a trope if they're done a lot. There's always, like, a mean girl bully, you know? But there are mean girl bullies, yeah. I like that she didn't immediately forgive him. Very realistic. Good that he took the first step, though. Yeah, like, I can appreciate that. but they were really terrible to her, so it makes sense that she wasn't like, okay, I forgive you. I'm still here waiting for T-Set to get their comeuppance, right? Like, there was another example of mean girl bullies in Yakuza. But they didn't really get any, you know, repercussions, really. I mean, sort of, but I wanted more. Oh, God. But he means well, but is old and incompetent, just like Uji from Ace Attorney. Pretty realistic for principals to be well-meaning, but super negligent. Yeah. I think it would be surprising if the principal was like, the best ever. Yeah. They are teenagers, they tend to be irrational. Even if they have a valid reason for bullying, they will take it to get away with being bad. Yeah, of course. That T-Set shit made me so mad with how quickly it got resolved. Yeah, see, that was an example where the bullied forgives really quickly. I think that also just speaks to Haruka's character, you know? She's similar to Kiryu, where if the person seems to mean well, they'll be like, okay, I forgive you, let's be friends now. But I'm not like that at all, so I was like, no, don't forgive them. Make them earn your forgiveness, you know, but that's how she was written. He said literally never apologize, it's still not over. Yeah, like I think one of them said like, sorry, I'm sorry. Like it wasn't like really very well-rounded of an apology. And then there wasn't like this tender moment where they were like, I'm so sorry how I treated you, you know, or at least I don't remember one. But even then, like, even if you say sorry, like, so upset. I'm still so upset. Haruka is her own person. Sure, she's Kiryu's daughter, but she can think for herself. Come on. Yeah, like, she doesn't have to be, like, a carbon copy of Kiryu, which I don't feel that she is, but they definitely put a lot of, like, his traits on her as well, which makes sense because he raised her, but yeah, that part is frustrating. Yeah, one of the T-Set girls just kind of casually apologized. Yes, I think that's all that really happened. That's what I remember. They did get their comeuppance. Haruka ditched them live on stage. Their careers were probably tanked after that. I want more. I want them to go to jail. At least this guy apologized and looked genuine, right? He means it, but still doesn't mean that she has to accept it, you know? And I like that. That is realistic. Like, you know, even if they generally apologize, you know, don't have to forgive them. There was one moment with a pervert manager who tried to get with Haruka and one of the girls stepped in. They could have had more of a redemption than passive-aggressive forgiveness. Yeah, I remember that now, too. At that point, that's all he can do. Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting more from him. I'm just like, you know, it's gonna take time for her to forgive. Don't understand why Kiryu forgave Hamada. Yeah, now we're going on a tangent here, like, forgiveness in the Yakuza series. You could probably write a whole essay on this. Guy literally stabbed you, left you bleeding, like, why? Kiryu's too forgiving. Yeah, he's... We love him. We love a forgiving king, but... I'm not as forgiving as Kiryu. I'm more vitriolic than Kiryu Kazuma. Okay, so now we gotta leave? The plot is just leave. Okay. I can do that. And did you mean Hamazaki? Yeah, Hamada was Judgment's villain. Hamazaki, there you go. See, I didn't even catch that. I was just like, yep. That guy. You forgave Nishiki for trying to blow up everyone. I think after that is not surprising. I mean, yeah, it's his character, you know. You can't really be surprised that he does it, but we can still be frustrated with it, you know. I like that Yakuza games focus on forgiving, even if not done well all the time, or in the span of a couple seconds. Very healthy outlook to have. You can tell it comes from a place of genuine belief. Might not agree with it all the time, but I know it never has any malicious intent behind it. No, yeah, the forgiveness in Yakuza is always meant to be like, you know, give people a second chance. You know, people mess up, they make mistakes, let them try to rectify them. It just sucks when it happens and then they face repercussions for it. Like, Kiryu forgives someone and then they backstab him later. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why it's frustrating, but I do understand that it is like a... Oh, what's the word? a constant in the series, and, you know, it would be out of character for Kiryu to not forgive, to an extent. There are some characters he was like, I can't forgive you. I can't forgive this, but it's very rare, I think. I remember as I was going through each game being like, oh, Haruka's taking after Kiryu, then being like, oh god, she's taking after Kiryu. They're both too selfless for their own good. Exactly, yeah. And like, you see it happening. And again, like, it makes sense because she was raised by him, so she's gonna have the similar ideals. But that also means she's taking on some of the traits that are not that good for her, or in general, like, self-sacrificing and stuff. And I'm like, please, out of everything, you didn't have to absorb that, you know? Oh my god. It can be kind of sad, funny, ironic, all those things. I can take solace in the fact that T-Set's careers were obliterated, probably, thanks to Haruka wanting to go back to her family, so there's that. Yeah, true, true. I feel like it's such a cop-out on writing, when the villain just dies. They don't actually change, they just die. Happened with Mine, happened with Seven. Leaves no room for them to actually change. Yeah, and it's... You know what's frustrating to me is, like, if the character is irredeemable, like, okay, you kill off the villain, that's the you know, the day's been saved, etc. But it's so frustrating because it's happened several times, at least, so it's become a trope at this point, where the character, the villain, starts to see the wrongs of their ways and is like, okay, I see now that I shouldn't have been this way, and you're like, oh my god, are we gonna get like a redemption arc, you know? And then they kill them after that, and it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, okay, after the first time, all right, you're trying to break our hearts, I get it. But you do it again and again, and I'm like, okay, at this point, it's just, like, frustrating. Like, you can't keep falling back on this same thing, man. Like, you know, because it's done to hurt you. It is definitely done to, like, have an emotional reaction from the audience. I get it, but it's like, stop. Stop it. Yeah, not all villains are meant to be redeemed. I do like a good redeemable villain, but, you know, all villains are different. Yeah, Dio. Never could redeem that man, no. And sometimes that makes them more interesting. I don't know, it depends. I feel like the forgiveness theme was probably executed the best in Like a Dragon. They repented, but in the end still paid the price and made it even sadder. Aoki's redemption, yeah. The Like a Dragon ending hoarded. Yeah, it hurted so bad. It hurted. Didn't really happen with Seven, did change, yeah. Like the others, where they just die. Yeah, like that. Like I said, that's kind of a trope where, oh, they're starting to be redeemable, and then dead. Got killed so he didn't get to pay for his actions properly. I guess so, yeah. Depends on how you view death versus, like, going to jail. Like, paying for your actions. Dying? For jail. But, like, yeah, it's kind of just, like, stops. And then the other end is, like, you have to actually live with your actions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, it just depends on your view of that. Oh my god. I feel like death redemption is usually for villains that are unforgivable. Darth Vader, Mine, Nishiki, done too much in Yakuza. Yeah. And I guess there's only so many ways you can write a villain, but I don't know. I want to be surprised. I like being surprised with stuff like that. Like, oh, like I would never have thought that would happen. You know, that kind of thing, but, you know. Ready for that knuckle sandwich in Yakuza 8? Oh, yes. All right, let's keep going. We like to rant about Yakuza now and then. We like to go on a little tangent here and there. And I'm gonna have to turn the AC up higher. I forgot that we usually make it pretty cold in the summer because the stream room gets intolerable. Let me check the camera. Oh, it's warming up. It's warming up. That camera's pretty hot. Only an hour and a half into stream. Uh-oh. Ruuuvo, could you be a dear and turn down the temperature just a little bit? We do a little ranting. Should head back to Yokohama 99 so we can hammer out our strategy. I tried to adjust the AC, but I didn't know how. Oh, oh, can I verbally explain it to you real quick? Or should I just do it? I'll just go do it. I should teach Ruuuvo how to do this later. Oh, I heard it come back on. Basically, you put it to the temperature you want, and then set. And then you do that for, you know, I think there's 5 different times. It'll make you do it again and again. So you can make it colder when I'm streaming and leave the rest alone. So like middle of the day, you would leave it how we have it. Does that make sense? There's a set button. You just press that over and over. Were you listening? Were you at the AC as I explained that? And didn't hear my explanation? Did you get that, Ruuuvo? I don't know if I did it right. Should I do it? I was at the AC as you explained. Okay. Just use the set button. It'll say set. And make it cold when I'm streaming and then normal temperature otherwise. So it'll tell you the time as you keep pressing set. The hypest air conditioner troubleshooting on Twitch. I just don't want to have to get up and go do. Okay. I'm gonna go give Ruuuvo a tutorial. Because it's really hot in here. It really is. Okay, I'll be right back. Y'all just hang out with Yagami, okay? Just hang out with Yagami. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, the sound effects are turned off from plot. Sorry, y'all. It's very hot in here, so hopefully that helps. Alright. Yeah, Yagami was just like tunnel vision while I was gone. Yagami ASMR. Oh. Okay, so we're going on a little tangent about Yakuza at the moment, and then we'll get back to the story. Yeah, Mine's story was complex. Less about being forgiven, more about him acknowledging if he had met Kiryu earlier, would have turned out better. To repay Daigo for his kindness by getting rid of the ties. Yeah. I mean, he sacrificed himself. That was like the whole thing. But to me, it kind of felt like in that moment, he could have been redeemable, because the fact that he recognized that he might have turned out better, made me think that if he had lived, that maybe he would have gone on a better path, you know? I don't know. Speaking of bad Yakuza trope, I like discussing Yakuza plots though, which is a shame because most of the ones I like talking about are the most are the ones barely talked about. This essay I will talk about how much I hate Daigo for betraying Majima wife. Oh my god. All of the Yakuza spoilers. All of the But I mean, you know, I've played the whole series. Many of you have played the whole series. Lost Judgment is a spin-off, but like, I would assume that if you're playing Lost Judgment, you've probably played the other Yakuza games. Hopefully. Oh, and since it was too late for me last stream, screw the writing team for killing the teacher, like, bruh. Yeah, I was taken aback by that. I was really taken aback. And they did a bait and switch as well, because I actually had guessed that maybe they would kill her, earlier. First it was a joke, and I didn't actually believe it. And then they started doing things, and I was like, oh my god, are they gonna kill her off right now? And then they didn't, and she was fine, relatively. And I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. And then we had to go back to go see her again, and that's when we discover her dead. So then I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I already believed, okay, she's gonna be fine now. Like, they decided not to kill her, but then... Oh... I wonder what he's thinking about. Pav, you are Yagami during a brain fart. Oh, I hear the air conditioning. It turned on. Alright, thank goodness. If my camera turns off, it's because it's still too hot. I perceive Yagami having a crisis. A Chrysler. The only villain who was redeemed that stuck around off the top of my head is Watase. Even then, he wasn't really a villain, just on the bad guy side at the time. That's true, that's true. He did come back, and he wasn't a villain after that, so... There you go. I can't think of many others. The sound effects are still off. I'm sorry. We're still doing plot, technically. Sorry. Mine for Dead Souls 2, so Bishi can like them. Oh. An antagonist, not really a villain. Yeah, yeah. There you go. So I don't know if we have redeemable villains, or redeemed villains. Well, no, we have one, Hamazaki. We have Hamazaki. That's the only one, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go. I should head back to Yokohama 99 so we can hammer out our strategy. Majima, I would also argue, was just an antagonist. Oh, if you take out Zero. Yeah, but with Zero. Simply an antagonist. Alright. He was like a villain for one game. Half a game. Half a game, maybe. I loved Watase. I don't know why. He's just charming. Charming. Charmed, I'm sure. Knowing that Ryuji was in Dead Souls and then finding out he, blah, 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 in 2 was crushing. I thought it was going to be a series mainstay. Right? Yeah. I didn't experience that because I did not really know about Dead Souls too much. At the time that I played Kiwami 2, Dead Souls came after, and I tried not to look into games before that. Before I played them. But, so it was the opposite for me. Like, I saw what happened in 2, and then I got to play Dead Souls, and I was like, oh, Ryuji, there you are, and I was happy to see him. But yeah, Ryuji, I think, was a great character that they could have kept with the series, but alas, that is all we will get. Hope Kenzan and Ishin come west someday. I want to talk about the parallels between Musashi and Ryoma and Kiryu. But I know like 3 people who have actually played both games. And I would like to be one of them. Oh, hello, sir. Hello. I would like to be one of them, but I'm just waiting. I'm holding out hope that I get to stream them somehow, some way. You have to wait for like all the way. Not to say was never a villain, just spectating and being based the whole game. Based what? Let's see. Why am I doing this? Let's take a taxi. I like to run around aimlessly when I rant. Y'all know this. Yeah. Okay. Going back to Yokohama 99. Still not over that one scene in Y5. Those are not the yams I wanted to see. We saw some good yams in, oh, which one was it? Was that 4 or 5? I think that was 5. Kiryu yams in that premium adventure outfit. I lost my mind. I have a clip of that somewhere. I absolutely lost it. It was a good moment. Alright. Back to the story. Let's go back, Yagami.
Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, but it's a good boy.
Hey, Cuddle, welcome.
よう、戻ってきたか、タボ。
お疲れ様です、八神氏。高校の様子はどうでしたか？
理事長が全校生徒を集めて集会を開いてた。澤先生の件でみんな動揺してる。
うん。そりゃそうだよね。
Okay. So just talk to Tsukumo. Let me talk to the kitty cat first. Oh, kitty cat.
来てたのか。
Stop by for a visit. Oh. Precious.
よしよし。
Yosh, yosh. An earthworm. Saw a lot of these today when we were gardening. That little worm. You brought that just for me. Good kitty. I'll put that in my garden. Is he okay? Where's Poppy? Poppy is with Ruuuvo. Poppy's in Ruuvo's office today. Yes, the Tatsuya Noodles outfit. Don't pull up that clip. I need to see that. Oh man. Is it any of my trailers? Oh gosh. I can look for it after stream and try to put it in the Discord. Let me make a note to myself. I have it somewhere. Let's see. Kiryu butt. Clip. Ruuuvo, tell her we said happy birthday. Yeah, it was Poppy's birthday on Saturday, and we told her happy birthday last Friday before her birthday. But yes, happy birthday, Poppy. She got a puppy cup. She got whipped cream in a cup from a fast food place that we went to. It's very cute. And she got to hang out outside all day and go on a big walk, and it was a fun day for her. She got to hang out with us outside for the gardening too today. She got the zoomies. It's cute. Let's see, trying to make sure I don't miss any messages. The slap is ingrained in my mind forever. Yeah, I slapped his butt like that. It was so funny. I gotta find that clip. One thing I like about Judgment is actually having the squad. Yeah, and that's something I like in 7 as well, is it focuses on a group of people, like your little group of friends that support you, and it's nice. It's nice. Kiryu is a bit of a loner for a lot of the games. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I like that they decided to keep that for 7. Yeah. It's always funny when companies don't release a game and they're like, we just don't know if Western fans would be interested. Meanwhile, we're going insane, begging them online to localize it. I know, right? Like, that's literally Ishin. That's literally Ishin. I'm like, please, just let me throw my money at you, please. But, I don't know. Yeah, like, for instance, if they were to put Ishin on, say, like, the PlayStation, I know that they're doing, like, this thing where they're getting a lot of the older games onto the modern consoles. Stuff like that. Even though Ishin is PS4, if they had it on that only or something, like a digital only version, whatever, I would absolutely go for it just to play Ishin. Absolutely. Kenzan too. Kenzan as well. But definitely Ishin. Taking a power nap. Have you started any of the girlfriends yet? Only one. A lot of them can only be progressed at night for some reason. Yeah, I learned that with the first girlfriend. The only girlfriend I had Yagami date was one of the DLC characters, the one that wears the mascot costume. So we've completely dated her. We've seen all her scenes. And I want to date the other girlfriends. Just haven't gotten to it yet. That's going to be something we do closer to the end. Anything great attorney re-release proved a lot of the Japan only stuff is viable. Yeah, exactly. I think it's in the YouTube trailer. Yeah, probably. The YouTube trailer is pretty long, so you could probably go watch that one. Called it Kiryu Butt? I don't remember what the clip is called, but it has Kiryu Butt in it. Oh, thank you so much for the bit, Scuttle. Sorry, I just noticed that. There it is.
Thank you, Cuddle, for the 100 bits to scream at Dio.
Thank you. A pup cake. It was a pup cup, because it's just a cup of whipped cream. We didn't get her a cake. I would like to get her a cake maybe next year, but we had the whipped cream cup, and that's the first time she's had one, to my knowledge, so that was pretty fun for her. I posted pictures of her enjoying it. It was so good. Yeah, you can tell she enjoyed it by the size of the mlem. It's pretty cute. Lady at the drive-thru offered the pup cup up on her own. We didn't even know they did that because it was a burger place. Yeah, I had no idea. I was in the front seat, you know, and I had Poppy, and the worker was like, do you guys want a pup cup? And I was like, what? You guys do that? So she got it for the first time, because we just haven't been to a Starbucks with her, so we haven't gotten like a puppuccino or whatever. I've wanted to, but we don't really go to Starbucks, so yeah. But it was very cute. I love that we did that for her. Love that for her. Oh, I need to see Sonic 2. Oh, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers. Sonic went fast. How dare you, banned. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I actually really do. Hold on, I'm gonna check this first. Nope. Nothing! Okay, I gotta talk to all of the boys. My dogs love pup cups. My mom ended up buying them their own can of whipped cream and some styrofoam cups. Aww. Went to take a sip of my tea just now and saw a spider on my ceiling. If I don't post and chat again, it's because the spider killed me. How big is it? How big we talking here? Spoilers, Jim Carrey was funny. How dare you? Get out. How dare you post spoilers? No, he was great in the first one, so I'm excited for the sequel. I forgot it's out. I need to watch it. All right, let's talk to the boys. Trademark. Okay, so we're gonna go over the yearbook now. Nice. Okay, Kaito. Of course. Then we talked to Tsukumo. Oh god, I thought you were gonna say the spider was on your cup. No. Medium size. Speaking of someone who lives in a place with not a lot of spider. Okay, I understand. Yeah, large spider to me now is like this big. That's how big they get. But I understand. Alright.
Yagami氏が来るのを待っていました。これからやるべきことを話しましょう。よろしいですかな、Yagami氏。
No. Oh, you found it. Oh, good, good. It must have been in the YouTube one. I have like 3 different trailers now. Your action is great. Thank you. Thank you. It's a very fun moment. All right. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh yeah, his hand is still injured.
沢先生は昨日職員会議中、自宅に空き巣が入ったとの電話で呼び出され、帰宅しています。その後の状況から察するに、電話は RK がマンション管理人の名前を語ったものだったと思われます。そして沢先生は RK の連中に囚われてしまったのです。
だが RK の目的は沢先生じゃなくて、桑名を捕まえることって話だったよな。
ああ、阿久津も相馬もそう言ってた。
So maybe,
だから多分、沢先生は桑名をおびき出すために利用されたんだと思う。
So then it doesn't even make sense why they would kill her.
桑名をおびき出す餌になるんだよ。
Right.
あの二人はどうつながって
んだ？ I mean, everything's connected. Like RK is connected to the bullying stuff somehow.
そもそもなんで RK は桑名さんを追いかけてんの？カムロ町の半グレが偉人町の便利屋をさ。
ああ、わからないことだらけだよな。だから俺らが最初にやるべきなのは RK より先に桑名を見つけて話を聞くことだと思う。そもそもあいつは桑名じゃなくて北方ってのが本名らしい。RK は逆に桑名って名前を知らなかったみたいだ。結局俺らは偉人町の便利屋ってこと以外に桑名のことを何も分かってないんだよ。
ちなみに桑名さんは昨日から連絡がつきません。一応留守電には返事が欲しいと言っておきましたが。
あいつが便利屋をやってた事務所の場所は？
桑名さんって仕事はスマホ一つで撮ってたみたい。だから名刺にも事務所の住所とか書いてなかったんだよね。そうだ、カイトさん。さっき桑名さんと飲み歩いた店に何件も電話してたでしょ。
Alright, they went out together.
あの人がどこに住んでたかって。
おう。で、ついさっき分かったんだがよ。どうも桑名のやさは中央通り西にあるプレハブみてえな家らしい。仕事の依頼料が高え割には、えらく汚いとこで寝泊まりしてるんだと。
そこまで分かったんなら、まずはそこに行こう。
そう来なくっちゃな。
つくも話の続きは
My little plushies in the background.
なかなか腰が落ち着きませんな、Yagami氏は。
Oh my god. I love that, like, during tense moments like this, you just look up and there's like, Boon-chan! A little Boon-chan! And Mayono Michio, and Fakio, and Camelot, my kitty cats, my piggies. It brings me so much joy that I can plushie collect even in this game. Alright, so we're gonna go pay a visit to Kuwana. Kuwana, Kuwana. Yeah, like, I don't know if Kitakata is supposed to be a name that I know of, like, oh, he's this character or something, or it's just sounds familiar but doesn't really have something I've seen yet, you know? Isn't from something I've seen already. Tsukumo got the gay laptop LEDs gamer rig. Yes. The RGB. More like the LGBT. Oh, you found it on Twitch. Oh, okay. It wasn't in the YouTube one. Man. Dang it. I should have left that one in. That one was funny. I don't know. It's kind of like case by case. I'm like, do I put this one in? I don't know. And I put in another one. I'm like, oh, I like that one. I don't put that much thought into it. Just like, what makes me laugh? I encountered a spider the other day that dangled in front of my monitor, and I gently raised a water bottle so it would sit inside. Originally planned to just cap it and leave it somewhere, but found that too brutal, so left the bottle outside so it could travel somewhere else. Oh, that's nice of you. Stronger than me, yeah. Yeah. I love my penguin shelf. Kitakata was the name of a family from Yakuza 5, but it's not relevant here. The Kit Kat family. Okay, that is what I was remembering it from. See, it was familiar, but I could not tie it to anything. Okay, so just a coincidence. Try not to kill little house spiders, but when I see the big country spiders in the house, yeah, we're like, no, I don't want any more of you around. I gotta go, these puns. Kitakata, give me a break. Oh my god. Alright, come on, Kaito! Come on! Are you coming with me? Oh yeah. Come on! Actually, let me talk to the boys too.
僕はここで留守番してるよ。またつくもくんが誰かに指を折られたりしたら
His poor fingies!
桑名さんの方は一旦八神さんたちにお任せってことで。
He's gotta protect his friend.
八神氏、複雑な状況になってはいますが、おそらくすべての鍵を握っているのは
He's at the center of this.
僕も彼の情報をできるだけ集めておきます。
Alright. Let's go find this Kit Kat man! Wasn't that the family that Baba said he was from? Yes, but he really wasn't. Okay, it was a lie? Okay, so that was a lie. 'Twas a ruse. Okay, we're going over here. There's a taxi for that. Let's go! I can't wait for more Kirby on Thursday. Kirby! Kirby! I love Kirby. I'm a big Kirby fan now. Plot twist, Kaito Files is actually a DLC expansion about Keihin gang leader Kaito Sakakiba. We're just pretending it's about Himbo Kaito. My dreams would be dashed to pieces. Why is there 3 of the same car?
なるほど。モグリの便利屋って感じの家だ。
Oh boy. Those are all Kuwana's cars. He's like Grand Theft Auto, he just all has a bunch of his cars. They're all the same. Why are they all the same? A worm! Amazing. Break him off a piece of that Kit Kat. I encountered a really large fly at a restaurant once that fell over on my table. I placed a napkin on it and squished it. Feeling I felt when I did changed me into forever being a pacifist towards insects. Oh man. Except roaches, they don't deserve the luxury of being treated nicely. They really don't. They really don't. They are so rude. Oh, I beat the main story of Kirby a few days ago. Post-game is pretty decently sized. Oh yeah, so I'm not sure if I'll actually finish it this week. I think it'll take at least this week to finish it, and we'll have to get to Arceus next week, I guess. Get back to it. I guess he really likes that car model? I guess? I don't know. Alright, we're going up this? Oh yeah, we should just step over. I'm sorry, I saw a barrier, I just assumed we couldn't go across it. Finally, like a normal person, you just literally step right over it. At last. I'm getting like Shinada vibes. Oh.
バールか何かでこじ開けら
I
れた
bet they chased him here, the
なる
arcade.
ほど。誰かが一足先に来たんだとしたら RK の連中だろうぜ。
Jeez.
今クワナを追ってるのは奴らと俺らだけだ。
It's much cooler in here now. AC's working.
完全に先を越されたな。
仕方ねえ。RK も頭数だけは揃ってんだ。人海戦術で来られりゃ競り負けることだってある。
クワナは多分昨べからここに戻ってないんだと思う。自分が追われていると気づいてどっかに逃げたはずだ。下手するともう偉人町からも出てったかもしれない。
じゃあ俺らはここで何をすりゃいい？
あいつの本名は北方ってことだった。
Yeah, at least we can maybe learn about him.
なんで偽名を使わなきゃいけなかったのか正体が知りたい。そこから沢先生との接点が見えてくるかも。
要はクワナの正体を知る手がかりが欲しいってことだな。
俺が言いたかったのはまさにそれだよ、カイトさん。
Kaito-san. Damn, Kuwana, you live like this? Yeah, I'm definitely getting Shinada vibes now. I need clues to uncover Kuwana's true identity. Hopefully there's something left here. Alright, it's time for an investigation of that ass! Show me! Now! Does he follow me? Come on. Follow me! Follow me! No, he's gonna stand there. Denied! Denied! I can look at Kaito? Kaito-san's as reliable a partner as they come. Plenty of muscle, and once in a while, pretty sharp. Investigate that nyas! What? You only get a little bit of like a 3/4 side butt. That's all you get. He's not moving. I can't get around him. Won't let me! Too bad. I found a roach in my shoe! Footwear forever ruined. I didn't find it at first. I would have stepped in it with my bare foot since they were slip-ons. Nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. Nah. Like, because of, like, where we live, there's just a lot of grass around and a lot of, like, critters and bugs and stuff, so we always shake our shoes on the ground first before we put them on because of that, because you never know when it's going to be something that could hurt you, living out here, so, yeah. Gotta do that now. I wouldn't have worried about that in the other places I've lived, but yeah. When you live close to nature, you have to. A roach once showed up in my bathroom at the apartment I used to live. I don't even think I entered the bathroom for a whole month! Just stuck some towels in the door and used the bathroom across the hall. Oh my god, just starve it out. Just... oh no. Okay, I have a story. I have a story before we keep going. So one time, I was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom. I was already sitting down. I was mid-bathroom usage. And on the back of the door was a roach this freaking big. It was like 2 inches. Huge. With wings. Just on the door. So I had opened and closed the door with this thing on the back of it. And I was now locked inside with it in a very vulnerable position. And I've been traumatized ever since. So I like look around first to see like, is there a spider, a roach, is there any bugs around that are gonna bother me when I'm just trying to do my business? It was awful. I think I had to ask Ruuuvo to come and help me, at least to bring a spray or something to help me get rid of it, because I was like, I can't like open the door and not have some kind of a plan, you know? So I survived. It did not get me. It didn't fly towards me or anything, but that was rough. That was probably the worst roach experience I've had. I don't think I've had one fly at me, but I've seen one fly. I've seen one fly before. We don't have to deal with those anymore, thankfully. We don't have those here, but I've seen them before. I keep looking up to check on the spider. It's not moving, just sitting there menacingly. Oh no. Especially on the ceiling, it's like, what if it falls down or something? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call Kuwana Kit Kat from now on. Understandable. There's this little, there's these little shits in my country. I looked up the name in English and they're called May beetles. Oh, June bugs? June beetles? We call them chicotes. And my goodness, they're the most annoying bastards on the planet. Literally behave like moths, but they got hard shells and are noisy when they crash against everything. I think you're, yeah, we call them June bugs. Yeah, I don't like them either. I don't see a ton of them out here actually, but where I grew up, there was a lot of them all the time, fluttering around the lights outside. Just awful. At least Kuwana's place is like, also, I'm sorry, I've been like focusing right here this whole time. I meant to be focusing on like the little curve of butt here, but I realize I'm also kind of like just looking at his crotch. I'm sorry. Like, that wasn't on purpose. We're just having a whole conversation. Kaito's like, my eyes are up here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Uh-oh. Okay, at least Kuwana's place is like 4 Shinada huts of square footage. Wow. Damn, that's rough. Side butt. What is a nyas? You know, nyas. Nyas. It's when you're a cat and gay. You're a gay cat. Nyas. You know, instead of this, you're like, nyas. Kaito, I think you've been bugged. Quick, turn around so I can inspect your pants. Don't worry, in the Kaito files, we'll see all the yams we want whenever we want. True. This chapter's super spicy. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. I could kind of guess like where it's going because we're gonna try to find Kuwana and he should have answers for us, so yeah, we'll see. They crash against my entire room, just zoom in and start going ham on everything. Yeah, they are so annoying. Inspect his Kaitos. Oh, there's some nice loafers. Some nice shoes. And see, if the shoes weren't black, if the shoes were white, we could pretend this is Kiryu. The gray pants. Maybe Kiryu just got some new shoes. From this down, we can think it's him. That's okay. We like Kaito too. We like you too, don't worry. My sister once found a frog in the toilet? No way. No way. Oh god. I don't even know what I would do, to be quite honest. I guess I'd put on gloves and rescue it. Put it outside. Oh my god. That is also like a nightmare. I'm always terrified there's gonna be some creature in the toilet. Like a, I don't know, a rat, a snake, a frog, I don't know. That's like nightmare. That's the shit that happens in my nightmares, like literally. No. Not that a frog can hurt you, but you don't want a frog jumping on you while you're trying to go. I guess you'd see it though, huh? Hopefully. You'd see it first. Oh. Kaito and Yagami. Have you guys ever seen the Dark Souls toilets account? Yes, yes, like just nightmare, yeah, traumatizing toilets. Every time I see an annoying bug, I can only go, what is your purpose? Do you pollinate or eat flies? How do you help the planet, right? You're always like, could we live without this? Do we maybe not need this one? Okay, Kaito, hey, my eyes are up here, yep. But your yams are back there. You know, like gonna go nya on that ass. My mom, my brother, and I once found the absolute tiniest frog next to my room and literally did that gently holds meme and just gently placed it outside. Oh, so cute. I love little frogs. The constant in these games is everyone has some nice shoes, for sure. Some nice shoes. I like not Kaito, I like Kiryu's shoes. I'd close the lid and call animal control on a little frog? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Oh. Manga and magazines scattered all over the place, sort of indicative of his personality. Alright. He's a manga reader. He likes comic books. Yeah, I'm gonna call him on a little toilet frog? Just scoop him out! This area was probably a mess long before RK ever showed up. I think so. I think so too. Those some dang old nice penny loafers, I tell you what. I'll tell you what, Bobby. Some nice loafers. Some nice loaves of bread. That's a huge printer. Another tool of the handyman trade, I guess. That is like, yeah, that's like a corporate office printer. Kuwana's place is if Akiyama and Shinada shared a storage set. Damn. So many messy characters in this series. Pick that up. It's weird. That it's clean? Yeah. I thought that was weird too. Like he doesn't use it.
確かに綺麗かもしんねえが、それがなんだ？たまたま洗いたてだったんだろ？
洗いたてっていうか、しばらく使ってない感じだ。
So he doesn't smoke?
埃が溜まってる。
Or he hasn't been here in a long time?
で、それがクワナの正体を知る手がかりになるのか？
なるかもしれないし、ならないかもしれない。
Am I wrong to press on with this? No. Anything suspicious is worth investigating. Well, it's not prompting me for anything else. Ah! My eyes! Okay, so we'll put it down for now. Okay. So the chair was another one. Could this be where Kuwana sits? Where the hell is he anyway? Where the hell is this guy? Everything came off this shelf when it came down, likely from RK ransacking the place.
ただ、なんか探し方は素人だな。しっちゃかめっちゃかかき回しただけに見える。
ああ、つまり RK の仕業ってことだよ。あそこの連中はみんなチンピラに毛が生えたようなのばっかり。
And a murderer. Don't forget that. I like this pillow. More magazines. Oh yeah, we already addressed that. Okay. This clothes hanger. Got a TV. This is where he slept. Oh, and there is a pack of cigarettes.
タバコだ。これクワなのかな。
どうだろうな。あいつが
He's been
吸ってたの
vaping,
は確か
my dude.
電子タバコだ。
ああ。
Oh.
そういえば電子タバコだったね。
A vapor,
あ
huh?
んまり使ってない灰皿に普段吸わない紙のタバコか。
Yeah. That's kind of
そんなに
weird.
引っかかるとこか
Did someone else live here?
電子タバコと紙のタバコと両方吸ってるやつなんていくらでもいるぞ。
かもね。でも
Yeah.
探偵が些細な疑問と好奇心を
Does
な
that
くし
can
ちゃ
just say super beer?
真実には近づけない。
Beer, but super. Okay. So we got this.
これは
Lighter?
ん？あれ？このライター。
なんだよ。
Oh.
USB メモリだ。そいつをライターに偽装してた。
Well, there we
お
go.
お、こいつは当たりじゃねえか。わざわざこんな風に隠してたってことは、クワナにとって
RK just
よ
didn't
ほど
notice it
大
because
事な
they're,
もんだぜ。
you know.
問題はこの中に入ってるデータだ。パソコンがあればすぐに見れるんだけどな。
よし、そうと決まったら、つくもんとこに戻ろうぜ。
All right. Thank God we found something. I've had it with this place. We should get out of here. Well, there's more to look at. A bachelor's futon set. Probably never been washed. Ugh, can't imagine the stink. Oh, y'all know what you gotta do. Hold on. Okay, now. Little break from... Yep.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Go ahead. Everybody get one in. Get all your sound effects out now.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Keep them coming. Come on.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Just do it again. It didn't work the first time. Come on. Will it let you? I just noticed you have a rainbow star. Nice. Come on. If it didn't work, do it again. Of course, you're gonna have that cooldown, but hey. Okay, fine, I'll do one. I'll do one too.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Flame, try it again! Yours did Let's see if it lets you. It's like, no. Cool down, even though it didn't work. I wonder if it does that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You got beat to the punch again. You gotta get one sound effect in, buddy. Come on.
Oh, brother, this
there
guy
you go.
stinks!
All right, they're getting turned off now. I hope y'all had your fill. Oh my god. You know what, I'll leave them on while I read chat. I just can't forget. There you go.
This guy stinks!
I'll turn them off when I'm done reading chat. Okay. Let's see. Kuwana's place is... Oh wait, I already read that, sorry. Love how everyone wear the nice shoes in these games, like no matter what. Yeah, everyone's just styling. If this was Akiyama, half of his stuff would still be packed in boxes. Boxes everywhere. He vapes, remember? I forgot. Akiyama spends all day vaped up and eating konbini takeout while Hana is the true business owner. It's true, Shinada has stuff everywhere because he's too lazy to clean. Akiyama has all his stuff in boxes because he's too lazy to even get to the messy stage. Oh, yeah, Akiyama. I think Akiyama would vape. Or smoke, I mean either. He smokes, but... Can you believe we live in a time where RGG Pro Tag could be a vapor? Oh my god. What if there was like an action to vape? That would be so funny. Because there's like a cigarette smoking heat action, no, sorry, heat move in the Yakuza games with Kiryu. So, heat action with vaping. This is a vibe. Yes, wonderful. Wonderful. Rainbow? Nice. That was beautiful. That was incredible. Iconic, one could say. When are we getting an interactive Yakuza smells book? A scratch and sniff, but with Yakuza characters. Now that I think about it, it would be more of a scratch and stench. Especially with this guy. You think Majima would vape thinking it's better for the environment? Sure. I actually don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Let's headcanon all the characters and whether they would vape or not. Not sure if it is to be. I actually don't know. I don't know a lot about vaping, I'm gonna be honest. Leftovers from a ramen cup. Would it have killed him to clean up a bit? To be fair, Yagami, you guys also had a bunch of ramen cups in your sink, so I think you're being a little bit of a hypocrite. Just a tad. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. It's stinky. It's like so stinky in here. Yagami, you're one to talk. Exactly. Like out of all the mess, that is something that he did. Tier list of Yakuza characters on most likely to vape to wouldn't even think of it. Yes. Kiryu would be under doesn't know what vaping is. I want to see this now. Uh-oh, hop over the other way. So they're like staking out his house, waiting for him to come back, probably. Just the small fries. Yeah. Yeah, Yagami hates his guts now. Okie dokie. Time for more fighting. So you're the big guy here. Oh god. he spins. Spin! Ah! Oh, I could have done it again? Let's actually switch to Crane. Oh, he's actually scared. Do I have a heat move for someone who's scared? I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe it was just his stench cloud. I think I could have done a heat move with, oh! Kaito just now. I think I've seen a lot of the heat moves of Kaito, though. Maybe all of them. Let's try a little snake. Woo! Oh god! Yeah, you're done. Let's get his ass! Oh! He dodged! He's gonna kill me, hold on. Hold on just a second there. Let's just use food since it's not like a major battle. Yeah, that's good. Have you done the Crane finisher X move where you go into X boost and then spam triangle? I don't know if I have. Was that it? I might have like interrupted it, but I didn't do it very long. I tried. Would you stop it? Oh my god. He really likes to just keep punching and punching and punching, man. He's gonna get me again. Oh god, no! I'm panicking, sorry! I kept unpausing, panicking. Okay. Didn't have enough heat. Okay. We'll try it again later. Stop it! Okay, this should probably do it. That should do it. I'm sorry, sound effects are off right now.
Soma と阿久津はどこにいる？あいつらと話をさせろ。
こっちからは連絡が取れねえんだ。あの人たちとの連絡はいつも向こうからの一方通行だよ。
そんなこったろうと思ったぜ。RK の大半はただの駒でしかねえ。
ああ。でももっと言えば、多分相馬も現場の駒で誰か黒幕がついてるんだと思う。半グレは金にならない仕事なんてしない。なのにわざわざアウェイの偉人帳で殺しまでやってんだ。
そっか。つまりでかいスポンサーによ
Now that
ほど
could
の
be
条
how
件
it's
を出されて
connected.
るってことか。
ああ。
Why RK is doing all this. They're getting paid by
相馬
the
たちが
other
こっ
group.
ちで暴れ回る理由がない。
じゃあその RK の黒幕ってのは
Whoever's doing the murdering, like
そいつが誰かは
the
わ
bully
から
and
ないけ
stuff.
ど、何がしたいかはわかる。
なんだよ。
クワナを捕まえることだよ。RK はそれに従ってんだ。そして澤先生はその
I thought
巻き添えになった
she
んだ
was
と
killed to silence her.
そうかい。なるほど。くそ。絶対その黒幕を引きずり出してやる。
ああ。俺らがクワナを追いかければいつか勝ち合うはずだ。で、今その手がかりになるのがこいつなのかも。
じゃあ早いとこスクモンとこに戻るのが良さそうだな。
Oh.
何なんです？あんたら桑名さんの知り合い？
ええ。まあ。
Sure, friends.
倒れてるのは
ただの酔っ払いですよ。目を覚ましたらちゃんと家に帰るはずです。
なるほど。そりゃいいや。
失礼ですが、クワナをご存知ですよね。
そうね。10年以上隣に住んでるから。クワナさんは便利屋さんだし、うちで何か手が足りない時は手伝ってくれてたよ。お代は一度日替わり定食でね。
This man and his wife are Kuwana's next door neighbors.
実は昨日からクワナと連絡が取れないんです。どこかあいつがよく顔出すところって知りません？
そうだな。それなら彼が横浜に来た頃、いろいろ世話してくれたっておじさんがいるんだよ。東園の親戚とか言ってたかな。昔ヤーさんだったけど、足洗ってからはずっとバーをやってるんだ。そのおじさんが町の人にクワナさん売り込んであげてた。
クワナはここで便利屋始める前は何をしてたんです？
どうだろう。普通に会社員とかじゃなかったかな。そういえば聞いたことなかったかも。
クワナの桃園ってのはどこでバーをやってるんだ
I've
よ。
known this guy for 10 years, but I don't know what he does for work.
それなら精錬って店で中華街の方だ。
Siren.
2、3回俺も飲みに行ったよ。マスター、昔はヤーさんでも今は丸くなっていいおじさんだからね。
なら俺らもそこに行ってみるかな。
I know another bar that's ran by an
次
ex-Yakuza
は
here
あ
in
る程度
Yokohama.
先を越されたくねえ。急いだ方がいいだろうぜ。
お話どうも
It's called
お
Survive.
騒がせしました。
いや、別に行って。
Alright. Following the trail of crumbs.
クワナさんがこの町に来たのはもう10年以上前だよ。その時、精錬のマスターが町の門に顔をつないでくれてね。店は中華街の方にある。
Sorry, I had to catch that booty stretch. When he said it, I was like, Kashiwagi? Unfortunately, we're not going to survive. Well, we're gonna survive, but we're not going to the bar called Survive. Alright, let's take a taxi. Wait, isn't there one like right here? Yeah. See, I always just use the phone taxi even though there's one like literally across from me because it's just slightly faster. But this one is slightly cheaper. I'm pretty sure. There we go. Can you be so lost here? USB who? USB who? I'm surprised we're not just going straight back to look at what's on the USB, but I guess we're trying to get as much info as possible before we just head back to base, so. Oh yeah, I know, the snake moves. Got the... Oh right, got the Fear X moves. Yes. I was wondering if any of the other fighting styles had any, but I guess it's all snake. Okay, it's behind me. One thing I really like about the Dragon Engine Yakuza games is that you can view the heat actions being pulled off in the tips menu. It really helps me when I want to see what a certain heat action looks like. Yes, that is very nice. And then you get kind of like a hint at it too, like, ooh, I want that, you know, otherwise you're just like, I don't know what this means. Like in previous games when it's just like a screenshot of like in the middle of the move, sometimes you can't really tell what they're doing. Kuwana Kitakata bar? Oh my god. Kiryu, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn pork bun. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna add that. I think it's silly! Oh. Oops. There we go. 350! I wonder what'll be 400. Can't believe how many quotes we have now. Now that I think of it, Kashiwagi must have been so relieved. Like now he doesn't have to worry about somebody going after him. Right? Yeah. Just living a peaceful life. All modern RGG pro tags know is use they phone, take 3 staminans, no loading screen, eat Ichiban senbei, be bisexual, and lie. I'm also quoting that one. I believe that's your first quote. Good job. Oh my god. Gotta get y'all's usernames in here. Gotta give y'all credit for your jokes. Your funny jokes. There. A little bit of the clown came out. I'm sorry. You would think Kitty would be the most clueless, but Saejima didn't even know what a CD-ROM is, which nowadays is already, like, dated. You know what? Yeah, Saejima would be the one that's like, what's a USB? A US what? What am I? What? Kinda messed up. Kashi never told Kiryu. Really thinks that he's lost. I know, right? Like, that's what the sad part was. Which is why I was so confused in 7. I was like, what? What do you mean? You're just not gonna tell anybody about that? You're doing a tier list? No worries. Understandable. Why is plot right next to a battle with a purple freaking boss? Oh my god. Jeez. Hey, Premi, welcome. Oh my god. All of these emotes are absolutely 10 out of 10. Oh, they're so good. I love the rolling sheep one. Oh, sweet god. I want all of these. They're so good. Welcome in, Premi. A USB? What's a USB? Is his name just... I'm sure it's pronounced like heh, but it's so funny because we make that joke of like, he! His name is he! This man's got a pronoun and is his name, and I'm here for it! He! We finally found he! The one true he of all! Ah! He's burning me! I'm insulting him. I deserve it. Ah! Excuse me! Excuse me, sir! Okay, come here. I don't think I have enough heat, though. I didn't have enough heat for it, but... There you go. How to find his brother. Him! I don't mind that we had that fight now. That's pretty good. He roasted you. Oh my god. A roast for a roast. Is USB a new species of bee? We found he! He has been found! He has finally arrived. Been hearing a lot about this guy. I hope she is in this game. I'm sure she's lovely. Oh.
青年、ここだなタボ。クワナの登園ってのがマスターをしてるはずだ。
So someone related to Kuwana. To Kit Kat Bar. Kitakata.
すいません。お邪魔します。
すみません。Nice
またもぬけの殻か？
なんか店の中荒れてるね。家探しされたってほどじゃないけど。
ああ、慌てて夜逃げした後みてえだ。
じゃあここのマスターももうどっかに逃げた。
だとしたら勘がいいな。そのうち RK の奴らもクワナを探してここに来るはずだ。
What's going on here? Where's the owner? Alright. Let's look around, I guess. What is this, a statue of a sphinx? Is that what it's considered? Like half lady, half lion? I like it. Just step over the fallen plant, Yagami. Good job. Very nice of you. Oh. Could I break the chairs? They won't let me. Oh. I thought that sounded like a different ringtone. We're gonna pretend. He's gonna pretend to be the... Oh! Nah! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Oh!
相馬、よく避けたな。
Oh.
でも残念。アイスピックは女用なんだ。
Excuse me?
カイトさん。
What, you like killing women with that? Are you serious?
何のイニシャルか言ったっけ？カイトさん。
Oh, Kaito.
レッドナイフ。
He got 2 stabbies.
相馬。ここのマスターは鼻が利くらしいな。まんまと逃げられた。
なんで沢先生を殺した？
まあ、いろいろ知りすぎちゃったからな。
That's what I thought.
あの先生は。
なんだと？
お前らもそう。もう捨てておけないとこまで来ちゃった。
この間はヘマしたな。俺を殺し損ねた。
反省してるよ。阿久津に任せた俺のしくじりだ。
そしてお前はここまでだ。
そうか？
We fighting?
カイトさえいなきゃお前一人。
Oh boy.
わけないよ。
Oh god. Okay, here we go. I think I have enough healing items for this. I'm already like halfway down. Okay, what kind of bullshit are you gonna do for me now? For the quick times. Oh, the balls are flying! The balls are flying! Alert! Alert! The balls are flying! Oh my god. Okay, we're fighting Soma. Woo! Ooh, I liked how you lit up there a little bit. Okay, so I need to heal first. Sorry. I wasn't fully healed from earlier. Yeah, let's at least use 1. And then let's have a bunch of onigiri. Just a little snack. Just a little snacky. Quick, Yagami, throw dust at him so he sneezes, right? That's his weakness. Come on. There's plenty around. Just scoop it off the floor and throw it. Like pocket sand, but it's pocket dust. The what or what? You heard me. Quote it if you want. Yeah, right? Like, I love the actor for this character, but I do not like the character. So far, don't like him. Which sucks, because I want to like him. I wanted to have another villain to like, but I'm like, no, you're a piece of crap. Piece of crap. Make sure there's a big crowd of enemies. Okay, I'll save it for that. Crane is good for crowd control, so makes sense. Oh, also might have not unlocked it. That's true. That's true. I'd have to check. Which I could look right now since we're in the menu anyway. Because I have so much SP! Jesus Christ! Okay, let's see if I have it. Cover your stance in the air. Projectile counter activates while an X boost. Sure, let's get that. I like the idea that bullets don't hit you while you're in the air. Sure. I mean, we're not doing a bullet fight right now, but... Attack performed from a quick step, perfect for striking enemies. The X triangle. Second hit of a finishing blow. Sure. Light foot, able to quick step 3 times. Sure. When knocked down while in another style, you can perform a rising attack swap to green. Be down while on the ground. Ooh. Charge the X gauge. True Crane Beast Slayer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I had the finishing blow. This must be it. Triangle after a triangle combo. Yeah, this is it. I didn't have it. Okay, let's get that. Just for fun. Now I have plenty more. I know Boxer is pretty expensive. Let me see if I can get some stuff for Boxer going, because I don't use it, because I haven't unlocked anything, really. Laser jab when the enemy attacks, high stun chance. I have to time it. Just another one like that. Oh, I have to learn these at the boxing gym. Okay, I gotta go back to the boxing gym to really unlock a lot of these, so... I think maybe I'll use boxing towards the end, I guess? Man, I meant to use all of them, but boxing's kind of getting left behind here. Mortal reversal. From a follow-up attack against an enemy slammed into a wall. Yeah, these are expensive, so I feel like now would be a good time to buy them. They agonize, which is good. Straight punches during the enemy's attack. Sure, it's the most expensive one. Let's just get that one. And I'm not really using it, so let's go back to these. Let me catch up with chat too. And then we'll do a battle! I believe this is my first fight against Soma. Ice pick lad. TMK's voice is sexy AF. Oh, sexy. I know, I love the I love the actor so much, but the character, I'm like, no, god dang it. Time for the factually top 3 song of the whole franchise. I'm listening to it muffled a little bit, but we're listening to it. It's very good. Not Kaito. Now you know what RK stands for. Red knife. Edgy, yeah. Time to kick gum and chew yams, and we're all out of yams? Sounds like a creepy pasta username. Yeah, red knife. Viper is the name of Soma's theme. Along with continuing the snake theme of the soundtrack, one of my most favorite themes in a Yakuza game in a long while. Sinister nature and horror movie-esque sound fit so well. Favorite boss theme. Very psycho, very fitting. Yeah, sorry we're listening to it muffled. I'm just trying to prepare for this. Someone literally has a slasher thing. Yeah, it's definitely giving horror movie vibes. When Jason goes to a rave. Definitely took influence from Psycho, like, yeah. Definitely not supposed to like this guy. Right? Like, they make him hateable, right? I mean, if you still like him, it's okay, you know. I'm just like, ugh. I hate the things that he's doing and saying now. Soma, irredeemable villain. A terrifying villain. Yeah, I mean, he just killed, you know, Sawa-sensei with no remorse. Wasn't that violent? Did you not like the baddie from the first game? Zero or Kiwami? You must mean Kiwami. Do you? Let me get clarification on that first. Meanwhile, Bishi's upgrading their moves. Yeah, I hear it! The violins. Ooh. Yeah, I'm upgrading right now. Love how the composers always seem to perfectly mix guitar and violin. Whoever composes the games are something else, right? Struggling with this tier list. Oh. Baddest background music to the upgrading, yeah. Means someone's about to get it. I'll try. Oh, Hidenori Shoji is the composer. Stabby Daddy, no! Stop! Soma may as well be a horror villain, honestly. He'd be killing it, literally. My favorite part is also the low quiet before the violent shrieks. Oh, my browser just crashed 3 times, had to restart my computer. Well, welcome back, Wolf. We haven't started fighting yet. Oh, the first Judgment game. Kuroiwa. Once again, I'm blanking. Like, of course I know who you're talking about, but I need a visual. To be fair, I haven't played Judgment since last November. Oh, that's loading. Health boost. I would like one, yes. Okay. So... Oh, yeah. Okay, Kuroiwa. I mean... He's an interesting villain, I guess. I didn't have, like, an affinity for him, though. Like, to be honest, there's only, like, less than 5 villains I've had an affinity for at all. Like, Nishiki, Ryuji. The others are more, like, antagonists. So, yeah, I just, like I said before, I haven't really loved many of the Yakuza villains. But I can appreciate them for what they do, you know? Like, I feel like with Soma, I'm going to like him as a villain, but not as, like, a person. Or, like, as a character. You know what I mean? sometimes there's characters that I hate them as a villain and I hate them as a character. I just like hate their guts, hate the things that they've done. I feel like with Soma, I hate the things that he has done, but I'm gonna end up at least like enjoying him as a villain. Like, oh, this fucking guy, you know. But yeah, and that's probably also biased from me liking the actor, so I'm giving him a little bit more like slack, I guess. But I still like, no, you're terrible. But that's what he's meant to be. The Christmas jingle bells to make it funky. Right, yeah, there's like little jingle bells in there. Oh, Christmas with a serial killer. The fact that he has such an obvious weakness in his allergy makes him more interesting. Right? Like, just get some pollen, throw him in his face. Yeah, Yagami's about to blow some dust on. Yeah, is there a heat move with just dust? Maybe? Oh, pocket dust attack. Yeah, the mole. I just had to Google real quick, make sure. Still think my favorite boss theme of the series is Destiny, Somiya's theme. Violin was so good. This one's definitely very good though. And I feel like this is a different song than I would usually hear from Yakuza. Very good. I'm trying to finish up here. Doesn't get enough time to be a full-on villain. Yeah, because it's like right towards the end. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. And then let me get some more stuff here. And then we'll go. The spider's moving, the spider's moving! You're gonna encounter your own boss battle as I encounter mine, Yowzers. Yeah, Mine was interesting. Again, like, it was a character that I didn't like him, you know? But I can see why he's a villain. I don't know, it's complicated. I just... Okay, I have 18,000. Let's get some more health. How about that? And, oh, I got a new skill too. What can I afford with 8,000? I'm broke! What can I do? I can get this one. Well, I never really have him drink alcohol. I'm like skipping the ones where I'm like, I'm probably not gonna use them. Taunt. Mortal reversal against bosses for Tiger. Yeah. Oops, I'm not done. Hold on. Just a couple more here. Crane. And Snake, and then that's probably gonna be it. Sure. I can afford it, why not? Alright, there we go. And I'm almost fully healed. Alright, here we go. Here we go! Ah! Oh, I don't have enough heat for my heat move. Let's try Tiger. Yes, purple health! Purple health! He's purple! Ooh, we tripped him! I don't like that I'm in the corner. He's scary! He's scary! I'm scared! Oh, that kind of like charges him up when he does that. Man! I'm bleeding. Oh man, I'm glad I noticed that. Oh man. Where are you? Ah, even when I block. Mid-stabby. Dun dun dee, dun dun dee. So menacing. Ruuuvo, fight him, you're good with knives. Is there a way to heal bleeding? I don't even remember. I don't think. Maybe just healing normally. I could have like a little onigiri. He would heal all my wounds. Let's try Snake for a little bit. Oh, look at his menacing walk! Bro! No! Oh my god! And then yup. I wonder... I just have to dodge. Yeah. Not great. Oh, I could have done a heat action there. Oh! When he's about to attack me with the knife, I gotta do that heat action. I keep missing. It's such a short time. Okay, okay, come on. I don't want to spam triangle because then I just won't do it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I pressed it, but... There we go. Yeah, at least give me one, huh? Disarmed! Disarmed! Ooh! He has the knife again, though. Damn it. Okay, he's charging up a little bit. I don't like it! Woo! Dropped him straight on his ass. Okay. Hold on, I need to heal. Ooh. This is getting my heart rate up. Like, this is a good fight. This is a good one. Okay. I'm actually enjoying myself. Just do it again. Do it again. And again and again and again. I saw that coming, buddy. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Yeah. You think you're such a baddie, huh? Look at you, the little baddie walk. Stop it! Oh. Oh, Yagami. Oh, my little Yagami friend. Oh, there you go. There's something. Oh. Dun dun dee, dun dun dee. Jeez. Okay, he's almost done. Oh, I dodged. Okay. Good job, Bishi. See, I actually do dodge and block in Yakuza. In other games, I'm like, nah, not worth the effort. But Yakuza... After 3 years of playing this damn thing, oh! I like that so much. Oh, I missed a heat action. Oh, oh. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Keep missing heat moves. Come on, let's finish him up with something. Yeah, I've done this a lot, but hey, it's cool. Schmack. Ooh. It's pretty dusty in here, don't you think, sir? Why aren't you sneezing? I'm feeling that. Ooh. Come on, man. Hit him like 5 times and he hits you once.
結構やるんだな。驚いたよ。カイトより先にお前を刺しとくべきだったかも。
Yeah, you thought Kaito was the stronger one, huh? He is a big guy, but...
綺麗に脳が揺れたからな。
Yeah.
足に来てるだろう。立てるようになるまでちょっと時間がかかる。
You leave Kaito alone. Oh god. No, he's coming for us.
そういえば、澤先生の時は一瞬だったな。なんだと。
That expression change.
こんな時に無粋だよな。
人の店で何をしてる？
あんた、ここのマスター？
ああ、クワナ君の知らせで、お前らが来る前に逃げることができた。俺はもうその店に二度と戻らない。
俺らはその桑名さんと話がしたいだけなんです。そんなに怖がらないでくださいよ。
若い女性を自宅まで押し入って殺したそうだな。なら、70過ぎのジジイはもっと躊躇なく殺すだろう。八神さんに電話を代わってくれ。
I want to talk to Yagami.
さもないと殺に通報する。
あんたがなんで八神と話したがる？
ぐずぐずするな。今110番のダイヤルを押し終わったぞ。お前に用はない。
ここのマスターがお前に代われって。
And then he stabs him anyway. I'm just so surprised he's just walking away and letting him talk on the phone.
すぐ店の前に救急車を回してくれないか。 相棒が腹を刺された。
何？
頼む。
He could die from that, yeah. Frickin' right into his lungs. Ugh. He just left. Just like, oh, you got a phone call to take? Okay, whatever. See you later. Whew. That was a fun fight, though. I liked fighting. See, that's why I feel like I would like Soma as a villain, but not what he does.
相棒の彼はこれで大丈夫だろう。俺は今あんたを遠くから見てる。
I'm watching you.
探さなくていい。今そこで会うつもりはないんだ。サバイバーというカラオケスナックがあるんだが知ってるか？この町では一番安全な店だ。
We are going to survive.
俺はあなたにクワナのことを聞きたくてセイレーンに来ました。でもあなたの方も何か俺に用があるってことですか？
あんたが一人で会いに来てくれるならそこで話すよ、八神さん。ただ俺はサバイバーにもそう長いはしない。今から10分以内にあんたが来なければ姿を消して連絡を絶つ。
I'm on a time limit.
随分せかすんですね。
Can I take a taxi?
10分のカウントダウンはもう始まっている。
スナック街のサバイバーですね。
そうだ。
すぐに向かいますよ。
ではまた後ほど。
Oh.
待たせたな。出してくれ。
He was in a taxi. Do I actually have a time limit? Or is he just gonna take us there? Here we come! Oh! Chapter 9. Trophy to survive. That's funny. I was just making the joke earlier of like, oh, we're not going to survive, but we are gonna survive. Okay, chapter 9. We're getting there. Okay, and I am so sorry I keep asking this. You know what? I'm not even gonna ask y'all. I'm just gonna Google it because I keep asking. I'm gonna catch up on chat and then we're gonna keep going. In the meantime, sound effects are back on. I just turn them off during plot because I'm worried I'll forget when something serious is happening and then like a sound effect comes through and kind of like interrupts the serious moment, that kind of thing. So I just turn them off when we do plot in general, even if there's like a moment, but they're on now. Max Wiener. There it is. All right, we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Okay, let me catch up with y'all real quick. Yeah, get all your sound effects out now. Y'all get little sound effect breaks, you know? Oh my gosh. All right, let me catch up. Let's see. Max Wiener. The spider's moving. Kill it, kill it. Oh. Your time has come. Now fight. I'm too short to reach this thing. It will come to you. Yowzers versus Spider, patriarch of the Aranea family. I have some opinions about this game's villains that I can't wait to share once it's over. Oh yes, absolutely. Either in the Discord or on the last day of us, you know, playing the finale and stuff. Or in Kaito files or whatever. Whatever. Don't even. Jumped all the way to 42% skills in 2 minutes, right? I had so many points. Just realized he uses Yagami's parry against him when he trips you up. Is that what was happening? Oh my god. What I like about Soma is that he is unlike other knife users in the series who are all aggressive. He's defensive, calculating knife user. Waits for the right moment. Yeah, because he kept waiting for me to attack him and then, like, you know, used Yagami's energy against him and, you know, moved him. And then he'd charge up and immediately he would attack after that. But yeah, that was a fun fight. There's a way to reduce the length of bleeding with armor. That's it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't being silly and I had like a healing item for it or something. Stabby Daddy got that drip of blood from his knife. Jesus. Dang, his menacing walk kind of got me like, right? Like, after seeing that now, I'm like, why is it always the knife-wielding characters? You know, Majima, now this guy. Yeah, that's a type, alright. Slender, well-dressed men who stab. Is Majima well-dressed? Is he?
Max Wiener.
We like it, but... Spider's moving into the shadows towards the door. I cannot leave. You're stuck there now. Stuck here forever. Sick. Good mortal reversal. Thanks. Fights in this game are so cinematic. I know. I know. I love it. Unskippable battle with the spider. I love how there's this parallel going on of I'm doing like a serious battle in the plot, but someone else is going through their own battle at home with a spider. Spider's cutting off the exit. It knows too much. You have to get rid of it before it plans something bigger. I looked away and I can't see it now. Oh no! Roll for initiative. Fight it before it calls for reinforcements in phase 2. Yeah, that's what it's doing now. You lost your chance. Yeah, Soma smacked him right in the ear. That really does take you out for a minute. It messes with your equilibrium, you know, your sense of balance. Soma said, I like your cut, G, smack. Oh. Meanwhile, Kaito on the floor, just dying. Soma said, I like to cut, G. I'm back, I've missed a lot. A lot has happened, love, but that's okay. Just some drama and some stabby. Posted the tear in memes, oh boy. Oh, I'm sure it's hilarious. The DLC will make you love him even more. We will survive. But is Kaito going to survive? He must. He must survive. Oh, Arkham Redeemed worms. I just saw, because I'm behind on chat. Okay, some wormies to aid Kaito in his healing journey. He said 10 minutes, but you can take as long as you want. Okay, so there's not an actual timer. Good. I did so much side content here. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. We'll see. But we're definitely getting there. We're getting into chapter 9 now. So we're closing in. There's only 13 of these chapters here, so. No, he's going to the hospital. He should. I mean, yeah, the ambulance picked him up, so he actually is literally going to the hospital. Never used this one? Yeah, there you go. Is that you saying Max Wiener? Yes. I don't think I have the context for that one. It has to do with Chef Squad. It's just directly from Chef Squad. The one slasher fight in 6 with the old man is probably the best knife boss fight, especially with the steam that hides everything. I think I remember that. Not annoying, makes the fight more intense because you can't see the enemy coming at you till the last moment. I think I remember that. Gosh. All right, that was a good one. All right, we're moving on. Sound effects turned off. All right, y'all. Oh boy. We really were blindsided in chapter 7. A very fitting frickin' title. Previously.
カムロ町の半グレ集団 RK が追うのは便利屋クワナ星稜高校の英語教師沢陽子との接点を見つけるべく八神はクワナの正体を探るやがて浮上してきたのはクワナを偉人町の人々に仲介したというバーのマスター彼は誰も知らないクワナの過去を知っているはずだった。
Kamarocho. Chapter 9, The Weight of Guilt. The iconic Kamarocho sign. Yeah, there you go. There's a recap for you. Ah, yes, Parfait Grandpa.
俺はあなたにクワナのことを聞きたくてセイレーンに来ました。でもあなたの方も何か俺に用があるってことですか？
あんたが一人で会いに来てくれるならそこで話すよ、八神さん。ただ俺はサバイバーにもそう長いはしない。今から10分以内にあんたが来なければ姿を消して連絡も絶つ。
Survive is in the entertainment district by the river. I have to hurry. That was an interesting transition. And yeah, it's funny that they say gotta hurry, but technically you could do whatever you want. I don't think anything new has popped up. Again, we're kind of skipping out on side content for the meantime here, just to focus on getting closer to finishing the game. So, there's nothing I want to do, so let's just go head over to survive. Shall we? Is there a taxi actually near me? Yes, there's one like right over there. Hey, Gunslinger, welcome. How have you been? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Are you a big fan of Majima or Kiryu? I would think you would know this. I'm a big fan of both of them. I would say Kiryu is a little bit higher in how much I like them, but I like them both, for sure. I will say so far it feels like the lawyer family is a little left out in this game. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're all the way in Kamurocho, and this game is focusing more on Ijincho, so it's just a, you know, even though, like, they're the reason why we're even here, yeah, not getting a lot of screen time, but that's okay. Story's kind of finished in the first Judgment. Yeah, we got plenty of them in the first game, I guess. There we go. Doing fine. Dealing with a giggling girlfriend. Got the giggles, eh? Walking the dog. If the dog is waiting for you at Yokohama 99, you can take him for a walk. You should ask, what is it, boy?
What is it, lassie? What do you smell?
Another fan of Majima. I love Majima. I love him so much I dress up as him sometimes. Looks like I found Survive. I do love to cosplay the mans. I still want to be a couple other versions of Majima, to be honest. I haven't started working on anything else Majima related, but I would love to be Goromi at some point. I would love to be a 24-hour Cinderella version of him. I think that's it. I think those two I'm pretty motivated to do at some point. But for now, we're focusing on some other costumes. Like finishing up Nishiki, because I never made a coat for him, a jacket. I can have the full suit. And what else are we working on? I would love to try to do an Ace Attorney cosplay as well. I would love to be Edgeworth. Because I can use the same suit, so all I need is the wig, really. And the cravat. Oh, that's pretty much it. I think I could pull off Edgeworth as soon as we're done with the suit for Nishiki. I miss bullying Hoshino in his backpack. I know! Baby backpack boy! Loves the Cinderella song way too much. You can never love the Cinderella song too much. What are you talking about? You gotta memorize the words and sing it in the car and sing it in the shower and sing it every waking moment. So good. One of my favorite karaoke songs. Still gotta start making our suits. That's okay. We got time. We got time, my dear. Just get some tissues. You got that cravat down pat. I liked your little rhyme there. What did you think of Ichiban as a protagonist? I really liked Ichiban. I definitely will miss being Kiryu in all the games now, and, you know, Ichiban's gonna be our new protagonist for, you know, the foreseeable future. I don't know what he wanted to see, but I'll look at it. But I think that Ichiban is a sweet character. I like his personality. I can enjoy the differences he has with Kiryu as a protagonist. I feel they are very, very different. But I like both of them. Kiryu will always be my favorite, just because his personality is the type of character that I guess I prefer. Kind of like the stoic, heart of gold types. But I also really liked Ichiban, so nobody can really beat Kiryu at this point. But I still appreciate Ichiban, yeah. He's fun. Here we go. I don't know what we're looking for. Strange noise. Okay. Got a keyword noise. Anyways, let's go. It's him! The Kashiwagis.
Yagami-san, よく来てくれた。
And there's this guy.
セイレーンのマスターですか？
ああ、カウンターで話そう。
An ex-Yakuza. I love stoic, silent badasses. What can I say? Yeah, yeah. With a heart of gold. Yeah, they gotta have that. No. Stoic himbos, that kind of thing. It him. No, we found he earlier, remember? This is someone else, it's not he. Kashiwaki. Let's talk to this guy.
カムロ町の探偵さんなんだってな。
ええ。そちらはクワナの遠縁だって聞いてます。失礼ですが、お名前は？
あんたと会うのはこれっきりだ。名乗るつもりはない。
Okay.
ただ、クワナ君から見ると俺は義理のおじに当たる。誰にだって親戚の中に一人はいる半端者。それが俺だ。元ヤクザだからな。
横浜でですか？
ああ、清流会って組だ。組を抜けてから今日まで20年、町で店をやってた。
それがさっきのセイレーンですね。あなたが偉人町出てったら、あの店はどうするんです？
そいつは余計なお世話だ。
Like through marriage?
失礼しました。
あんたは探偵だ。人に物を聞くのが仕事なんだろうよ。
I guess a marriage through someone else.
さっき親戚と言ってましたけど、クワナというのは偽名だったと聞いてます。
おお、そこまで調べてた。
Family trees confuse me. So many terms, so many things like cousin, second cousin, 3 times removed. I don't know. Like, because this guy was around Kuwana since Kuwana was a kid, so it would be like maybe the I don't know. I don't want to think anymore. Some bitches say I thought people liked the tough guys, the stoic silent ones, when they point out characters like Sasuke and you can only just sit there in silent rage. Yeah, that's not the stoic silent type that I'm into. I'm more into the stoic like Kiryu type, where they're quiet, but that's just because they don't talk a lot. And they're nice. They're good to people. Not mean. Kashiwagi said, just standing there. How you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. We've been streaming for about 3 hours, just doing some Lost Judgment plot. So, some of it's been a little heavy, but also fun. Just a typical Yakuza night, you know. Just my legs. My leg. Okay. Sasuke's not stoic, he's broody. Nothing wrong with brooding, but you have to balance it out. Sasuke's just a jerk. He's an edgelord jerk. There, I said it. I do not like him. I don't even like him like at the end of the manga. Like I still don't like him. Anyway, I hate Sasuke. Yeah, someone else. Now that the Kuwana secret's out in the open, where should I lead the conversation next? His real name is Kitakata. Well, my name's fake too. What was he like when he was young? You're both pretty shady people. Kuwana was using a fake name. How do we dig any deeper? Should I say all the wrong answers? I'm sure that's what I'm supposed to say. I know it doesn't matter, right? My name's fake too. I'm gonna say that.
実は何を隠そう俺も偽名
Are
だ
you surprised?
どうです？驚きました？
そうか。
I don't know.
そうだな。
I don't give a shit. That's what he said.
全然興味なし。
別にこの場を和ませる必要
He's
はない
like,
んだ。
just stop.
さっさと本題に入ろう。
そうですよね。ええ、まあ確かに。
Okay. That was just a little awkward. You're both pretty shady people. Sasuke is My Chemical Romance, a My Chemical Romance song as a person? Okay, but I like My Chemical Romance. What about Edgeworth? I like Edgeworth. I like him. He does venture into the too much of a jerk territory, but I do like him. He's probably as jerk as I will allow as like a stoic character. He's more like a tsundere, if anything. You know, like he's mean because he like wants to push people away, but they're like, stop, you silly. Sasuke retrieval arc has to be the funniest name for a manga arc I've ever heard. Retrieve the Sasuke. Extra voice acting. Edgeworth learns feelings are valid through development. He's fine. And then, yeah, he also changes a bit. He stops being such a jerk, you know? He becomes more and more like a tsundere. At least Edgeworth has his job as an excuse. Sasuke's just stinky!
クワナは偽名であなたも名前を言わないって二人して怪しすぎませんか？
自分たちが真っ当な人間じゃないのはわきまえてる。ただそういうあんたも自分を堅気とは言い切れんだろう。普通目の前の相手に元ヤクザと言われりゃもっと落ち着かなくなるもんだ。
カムロ町に長かったもんでそういう人たちには慣れてるんです。
桑名君から多少は聞いてる。元は弁護士だって。ところが無罪にした殺人犯が釈放直後にまた別の殺しをしたっていうんで廃業した。
それはもう解決したし、俺がここに来たのは自分の身の上話するためじゃ。いいですか？ちょっと一旦話戻しますよ。
別に構わんよ。
You know us too well. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Just because we're doing plot. What was he like when he was young? A little baby Kit Kat! Edgeworth ended up okay considering his mentor was Von Karma. I know, right? Like the worst of the worst. He actually wasn't that bad.
あいつは昔どんな子供でした？
普通の子だったよ。別に何度も会ってたわけじゃないし、お互い気にも留めてなかった。だいたい今あいつのガキの頃の話を聞いて何になる？
It's not.
いえ、まあ当たり障りのないところから徐々に行こうかと思って。
All the other answers are just kind of like slightly awkward.
こっちも長居する気はないんだ。
No funnies here.
なるほど。わかりました。あいつの本名は北方でした。カムロ町から桑名を追ってきた半グレたちがそう呼んでいたんです。
私にその答え合わせをしろというのか。そんなつもりで来たわけじゃない。
じゃあどういうつもりで俺をここに呼んだんです？
ああ、実はさっき桑名君に頼まれて彼の事務所に行ってきた。あるものを回収してきてほしいということでな。
あるもの？
まだ全部吸い終わってないタバコだ。中にライターが入ってる。
I wouldn't know anything about that.
誰かに持ち出された後だった。
それってただのライターじゃないですよね。
You're just gonna tell him you have it?
実際はライターに見せかけた USB メモリでした。
やはりあんたが持ってたんだな。
こいつを回収するよう桑名から頼まれたんですね。
桑名君としては他人に見られたくないデータが入って。
Okay, but we need some answers too.
これに渡してほしい。
中に入ってるデータって何です？
教えたらここで渡してくれるか？
いや、
he could always lie.
確かめてみないことには。
桑名君は追い詰められている。だからこの老いぼれをここによこすしかなかった。俺にできるのはあんたの恩情にすがってそのライターを渡すよう頼むことだけだ。 う力ずくでは奪い取れん。
正直乱暴に来られるよりそう言われる方が揺らぎますけど、どうしてもこれを渡せと言うならせめてクワナに合わせてください。
あいにくだな。彼はもうこの町を出て行ったよ。
That's what we thought.
何かあればすぐ身一つで逃げ出せるように備えていた。
Kuwana's prepared to disappear at any time. In that case, I definitely can't hand over this data. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get nothing if we hand this over.
じゃあこれはお渡しできません。彼を追ってきた半グレの巻き添えで、ある学校の先生が犠牲になった。名前は沢陽子さん。まだ若い熱心な女性でした。もともと俺が調べてたのはその学校の教育実習生が殺されたって事件です。その線をたどって沢先生に話を聞こうとした時、彼女のマンションでなぜか桑名と出くわした。あなたは沢先生をご存知でしたか？
さあな。
あなたにもわからないんですか？カムロ町の半グレがなんで桑名を追うために沢先生のところへ押しかけたのか、そして桑名と沢先生をつなぐ接点が何なのか。
わからんね。
だとしたら今俺の持ってる
Yeah, he has no information for us. Like, he won't tell us anything. Sorry.
桑名にとってこいつが大事なら代理じゃなく、本人が俺に会いに来るべきでした。
そうせめてやらんでくれ。彼に裏社会で生き延びる技を教えてやったのは俺だ。
桑名も以前はヤクザだったということですか？
いや、元は真っ当な堅気だった。だがある事件があって日の当たる世界では生きられない人間になったんだよ。それでセイレーンにいた俺を頼って偉人町にやってきた。便利屋家業を進めたのは俺だがあの子はとても前向きに裏社会に染まっていった。
前向きにですか？
皮肉で言ってるんじゃない。裏社会を学ぶことに
So not Yakuza, but still like underground stuff.
目的意識？何の目的です？
ライターの中身を見ればいずれわかる。桑名君の目的も、
Alright.
彼が何者なのかも。
He's like, you're gonna see it anyway, I guess. Ugh.
多分あんたなら突き止めるだろう。これ以上、俺にあんたと話すメリットはない。
I almost feel
あなたを
bad
こ
for
のま
him.
ま行かせてしまっていいものか悩みます。
腕づくでこの年寄りを捕まえておくか？
You're gonna get beat up by Kashiwagi?
この店でそんな真似は許されん。
ここが偉人町で一番安全な店。
He'll lay you flat! He'll fold you like a chair!
この町で最後に話せたのがあんたでよかった。
We gotta go see what's on this USB, man! Flawless! Thank you so much for resubscribing for 6 months! Flawless J. Kisama. Miteru na? Thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months! That's a whole half a year! Thank you, welcome in. We are doing some Lost Judgment plot at the moment. So sorry the alert didn't go off right away. Let's put J on there. Oh. So it fits. There you go! It's backwards, but it says J. Thank you! Let's put you in the jar. Which is filling up! Steadily! Gotta get a new one soon! Alright. Catch up and then we'll keep it moving. Kashiwagi already goes through enough with the Ichi gang, doesn't have to be involved in this. Kashiwagi just polishing glasses like... I have a joke to go with my sub. Why do couples go to the gym together? They want their relationship to work out. That is a good one. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. There you go. There you go. Turn the sound effects on just for that. There goes Jay. It's been a good run. Bye. And communication. Just tack that onto the end there. Oh my gosh. Whee! Alright, let's see. Let me catch up and then we'll keep it moving. Oh, imagine if Yagami said his real name was Takuya Kimura. He wouldn't be wrong. Your average Kit Kat that no one understands. Kashiwagi has his back turned like, I do not see it. I do not see it. Are we gonna beat up an old man? Why are you choosing violence? Violence is always the answer in Yakuza. At least with Kiryu it always was. Alright, I can learn more about Kuwana with the flash drive. Tsukumo should be able to check for encryption. Bye, Kashiwagi. Bye! Are you even really achieving much there? He's like cleaning the rim of the glass. His hand movements are just like... And bye to you too. Bye, Kashiwagi. Bye. Bye. The spider's back. Oh, Lord. Yowzers is going through their own sub-story right now. Let's take a taxi. Yeah. 33% love with Kashiwagi. Let him have this. He's been shot with a helicopter. Give him a break. Okay, jeez. I say one thing about him and everyone's like, you leave Kashiwagi alone. He's the best man that ever lived. I'm canceling you if you keep bullying him like this. I love him, okay? I love him. I vote Bishi off the island. Wow. Wow. That's a bit
Yagami.
much. Oh. Oh, this guy. With the interesting scar.
東京から随分お友達を連れてきてくれたな。やっぱりよそ者は信用できねえ。
何の話だよ。お友達ってもしかして RK のこと？
Oh my god.
だとしたらあいつらはそんなんじゃ。
Are y'all serious?
おい、テッソ。だから誤解なんだって。
Purple health again? Tesso. He's got purple shiny claws. Hold on. Oh. Tesso scissor hands. Tesso the best. Oh no, yeah, I want crane. Okay. Whew. Gotta get away from Mr. Claus. Oh, because I got projectiles. Ah! Ah! Okay. Don't let him get you, Yagami! Come on, I'm trying to get rid of the other guys first. Keeps targeting other guys. That's fine. Oh, I think he has a Tonto. No, that wasn't a Tonto, sorry. What is it called? Tonto is what Majima has. What is that called? I used to love using it as Kiryu. The wooden stick? I don't know. My knowledge is gone. Okay, now it's just you and me! Oh. Tonfa! Tonfa. See, I knew it sounded like Tonto, but it wasn't. Okay, hold on. I have a special police baton! And I'm bleeding out. Ooh. And let's just have some snackies, which I would like to have soon. Feeling a little peckish. Okay. Look at him. Man. His little wiggly hands. There we go. Ah. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, the crunch. Tornado. It's a tornado. Oh, God. No! Oh, those always screw me up, man. I never get the ones in this game. He was Naruto running towards me. Oh! Oh! Oh my God! He swung around him like he was a pole. Oh my God. That was good. Oh. Reinforcements, eh? I don't need reinforcements. What's that say about you, sir? You need a little help from your little friends? Huh? Is that a little too much for you? Oh. Oh no. Well, I need a little help too sometimes. From my little friend called Tuna and Egg Sandwich. But that's different, okay? That's different. Yagami 100% has a pole in his room he practices martial arts with. Oh, you should see the boxer one. Oh, I know. I need to unlock more stuff. Yagami keeps looking more attractive to me with every X move, right? Has its own mortal reversal animation. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one yet. I think I have mortal reversal on all the ones I mostly use. Just, I don't have a lot of stuff for boxer. Woo! Just trying to get rid of all these guys. First, I approve this statement. Oh, oh, Tonfa! God damn it! You son of a... I was gonna use my Tonfa! Oh, you don't have to unlock it. Okay, maybe I'll try Boxer a little bit. It's so underleveled. Oh, my Tonfa! He broke it! I didn't even get to use it, man! Oh my God, get up, man. Yeah, he's bleeding out. Bleeding out! Come here. Owie! Leave me alone! Come here. Whee! No Tonfa for you. So rude. Wow! Don't like that! No! 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 Oh my God, Yagami. Oh, oh, oh! There's that. More sandwich. More sandwich! Ow. Owie! You need a band-aid for that one. Okay, here you go, here you go. Come here. No! Okay. Let's try this in Boxer. Oh, he's dodging so much. Ow. I'm not really confident with Boxer, so... Starting to talk like Courage the Cowardly Dog. No. Oh my God. Some nice Odin soup. No! Rude. Oh my god, he's so good at dodging. Look at him! Are you a crab, huh? Moving like a little crab. You're gonna pinch me with your slicers. Your meaty claws. Woo! Bounce. Bouncy. We're both like rolling around and shit. Our little flippy flips. He kind of does like similar to Crane style, doesn't he? With like the jumping in the air and stuff. Stupid dog! Make me look bad! Oh. Get out of here!
また誰かに俺を襲えって雇われたのか。別荘。
カムロ町のハングルが我が物川で街を歩いて
It's not my fault.
そうかと思え若い女の先生が自分家に押し込まれて殺された。どうなってる？偉人町で何が起きてんだ？
Well, it's not because of Yagami
そこで怒るまではまあわかるよ。
Yeah.
だからってなんでいきなり俺を襲うんだよ。
お前に優しく聞いてやる義理があったが、殴って痛い思いさせるや知ってること全部吐く。
Everyone's after him in this city.
もっと身内以外にも優しくした方がいいって。
いえや、八神。カムロ町のよそ者たち
I
が
mean, we
何
could
をし
just
て
tell him, right?
よく分かってないのはこっちも同じだ。ただ少なくとも俺はあんたらの敵じゃない。殺された沢先生を知ってたんだ。俺が事件の第一発見者だった。犯人は RK のリーダーで相馬って男だよ。
くっそ、マジか。奴ら何しに偉人町に来た？わざわざ何十人もで女一人殺しに来たのか？
RK はクワナを追ってんだ。知ってるか？便利屋の。
ああ、知ってる。でもなんであいつが RK に追われてんだ？
今それを調べてるとこだよ。おかげで RK と勝ち合ってさっきは相棒が腹を刺された。そうかと思ったら今度はあんたらに囲まれて全然調査がはかどらない。
Thanks for the detour.
なるほど。
分かってくれた？
今この場で俺が言えるのは一つだけだ。
ん？
RK がこの町にいる間だけお前は俺を兄弟と呼んで構わない。
兄弟？
は？なんだよ急に。
We're friends now?
もちろん俺が兄貴分だ。
But I'm Aniki. Let's play Kyodai, but I get to be
俺の兄
Aniki.
弟分なら今後ハンピンリューマンに襲われることはない。お前に手を出す奴がいればそいつらはハンピンリューマンにとっても
Dang.
敵だ。
And they were on us before.
偉人町が俺らの町である限り女子供に手出しする輩は絶対に許さない。
Alright.
ああ、お前もそう思うだろ、兄弟。
You ain't a bad guy, are
急
you?
に距離縮めてくるんだね。
付け加えるとお前が兄弟分になるなら
Oh my
俺も
god.
この人数で返り討ちにされた面目が立つ。
なるほど。そういうことか。
RK のことで何か分かったら俺にも教え
New
てくれ。
friend.
特にその相馬ってリーダーの居所だ。それさえ分かればあとは俺らに任せろ。女先生の仇は取ってやる。
Yes.
なぶり殺しにしてな。
Let's do it. Let's do it. I like the way you think, sir. I like the way you think. Guess I've got some pretty heavy hitters on my side now, huh? Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Just like that, you're now friends. The RGG way. Beat ass, break bread. Oh yeah! I want you to know that for some reason Automa didn't want to let you say ass, but it also didn't want you to say bread. Didn't it do that before? Didn't it block bread before? I mean, it only blocks it if it's like said with something else that's not, like it doesn't want to let through. But for some reason it says permitted term bread, permitted term beat ass. Like, what? I'm gonna add this as a quote, by the way, because I have to. Because that's amazing. Look at all that Kool-Aid you're spilling. So messy. Yagami's gonna have to order DoorDash soon. I know, right? Running out of food. I should probably go stock up before we keep going. I'm gonna end up talking like that little fellow from Smiling Friends. Oh, I still need to watch that. I've seen some clips, but that's it. Mariel, there's a guy with blades for hands outside.
Oh, Eustace. We should invite him for a spot of tea.
Oh, that's the guy voiced by ProZD in the dub. Cool. Now I want to watch Courage. I know I love Courage. Also voiced Toshiro. Sometimes you just have to listen to people and not just fight them. That happened to Kiryu all the time. Like, people would be like, "You're this guy, aren't you?" And he's like, "No." And they're like, "I know you are." Bam, bam, bam. And then they do a fight, and then he's like, "Will you listen to me now? I'm not that guy." And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." Violence is the answer. Oh, there is a big YouTuber, Yongya, and he voices someone in the Kaito Files. I love these games. Mom said it's my turn to be Aiki, or you're in trouble. Is that a Doja Cat reference? Not on purpose. It blocked bread again? Yes! Automod prefers gluten-free words. You have to say gluten-free bread specifically. Maybe Automod can't eat gluten, you know? Gonna go to the bread bank. I wish there was a bread bank, and then I could buy bread to heal myself. Instead, I gotta go to Welcome Pharmacy. But also a conveni for snacks. Bread. No, see, it lets you say bread, but like if you say something you shouldn't say that also includes bread, it will say, oh, permitted term ass, permitted term bread. I don't know why. I don't know what I said that was a Doja Cat reference. I'm not sure. It was an accident. I mean, fine by me. I don't know what I said. Reduces bleeding. Yes, please. Why didn't I just buy that at the beginning of the game? I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, it was the "Can I get a hell yeah"? Oh, that was... Okay, I see why you think that. Technically, I was referencing Jenna Marbles and then put my own spin on it. But yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah, yeah? That's Doja Cat. I see why you think that, though. No worries. What am I doing? I'm looking at my items. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah, yeah? Near death belt. Attack increased by 20% while at low health or defense. Increased by 20%. Let's put on the bleeding booster. And I don't mean boosting how much he bleeds. Inner bottom? I feel... I feel like inner bottom could be like a troll Twitch username to sound like in her bottom, like inner bottom. We're leaving. Stream's over. Good night. Hey, you don't make the shots here. You don't call the shots around here, Jake. That's my job. All right, good night, everybody. Oh, Lord. We still got 30 minutes. Okay? I'm not clocking out yet. You trolled yourself. You know, the sad thing, I'm so hyper aware of a username that could say something bad because I never want to say something terrible because someone's trolling me, that I am like hyper aware of any phrase that could potentially be bad with a username. Like that's mostly why we don't have like usernames in the alerts for follows anymore. I haven't had an issue with trolls since then, you know? I don't have to worry about their embarrassing username popping up on my screen or my chat, and I don't have to worry about accidentally saying it. I'll say a username if I can assure myself that it's okay to say it, but people can put really awful usernames out there. Even if it's, you know, a little silly, that's okay, but if it's like actually just fucking gross, I'm not gonna say it. Bishi trolls themselves before others do. Power move. Exactly. I'll reread a username 10 times before I say it. And you know, mistakes happen still, but I do my best not to. Most likely Doja was referencing Jenna. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about that, but let's do that one. Cause yeah, like, can I get a hell yeah is kind of just like a phrase. I feel like they both got it from somewhere else, you know. When I hear can I get a hell yeah, I think of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I definitely don't do that. Was Yagami wearing 2 belts? He was indeed. Yeah, Ruuuvo knows that song for sure. Smiling Friends is so good. Love all those Newgrounds guys. Great to see them break into prime time television. I still haven't watched it, but the clips I've seen from it make me want to watch it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. All right. Oh, I need to go to Konbini. Oops. Let's use my skateboard. Skateboard. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh my gosh, how does that one song go? Actually, I don't know it well enough to do it. Just pretend Plastic Love is playing. That's what Yagami's listening to as he skateboards down the street at night. Let's get some more soupies. And some more onigiris. It's like a Haruka song, right? More semis! Oh, we already have plenty of buns. Especially with Kaito in the house. Actually, he's at the hospital. Never mind. We are definitely missing some booty. Taiyaki! I miss having taiyaki. I haven't had taiyaki in a while. It's so good. Especially ice cream taiyaki. Ooh, mama. Now I got a hankering for taiyaki. Yeah, I with the Fast and Furious skateboard. La, 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 la. Oh no, it's one of the Hostess karaoke songs. See, I could never remember. La, 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 la. To be fair, Haruka and Hostesses could sing similar songs sometimes, but there were Haruka specific songs. Please, I want taiyaki ice cream. You're killing me. I'm sorry, but if I'm suffering, you gotta suffer too. We gotta suffer together. Oh my. I'll do the sound effects when they're turned off. I know there was a honk earlier. There you go. Ooh, I tried Boss Coffee for the first time recently. It was good, methinks. Yes, I've had Boss Coffee as well. I actually have a... I don't know if you can see it because it's so little. Literally zoom in right here. That's actually the Boss Coffee that I tried. I kept it. I cleaned it and kept the little can. So... I have that in the background. It was pretty good. I liked it. Why was the clerk's hair black and mustache gray? He uses just for men. But not on the mustache. How long has Yagami had this food? Is he just carrying around stale buns? Yeah. And they come in handy in a pinch. Okay. I gotta keep the sound effects off because we're doing plot, okay? If not, I'll forget to turn them off and someone will do a Seinfeld when there's like a heartbreaking moment. And nobody will like that. My brother doesn't know anything about Pokemon, so he showed me this meme of the femme main character in Diamond Pearl with Arceus, and then a pic of Doc Ock. Power of the sun is in the palm of my hand. And I guess what this introduction to the concept of 10-year-old protags having deities as pets. Oh, I see. Kitty had pocket spaghetti. That's true. Pocket spaghetti. You kept the can too? It's pretty. It's rainbow. Oh, made you jittery. Yeah, coffee usually doesn't sit well with me, but I like the flavor. I like the flavor. Yeah. I actually had to shorten it because people would spam it and it's such a long sound effect. So I was like, I can't keep getting embarrassed like this. Like, I made it short. Sorry, someone ruined it for everybody else. No one here. Y'all are fine. Oh.
あ、ちょうど今連絡しようと思っていたところですぞ、ヤガミ氏。セイレンで海藤さんが刺されたとの情報が。
He sure did.
本当なの、ヤガミさん。何があったの？
ああ、
You didn't know?
本当だよ。全部話すから。ただ、その前に
I know Kaito's fighting for his life in the hospital, but there's something more important right now.
クワナのアジトで USB メモリーを見つけた。ライターに見せかけて隠してあったんだ。すぐに中身が見たい。
Oh boy.
え？じゃあカイトさん、その相馬ってやつに？
脇腹をナイフで刺された。クワナを追いかけてて相馬と勝ち合ったんだ。俺も正直危なかった。
相馬一人にやられるとこだったの？八神探偵事務所か？
Well, when you put it like that.
で、俺はその後、クワナの遠縁だっていうマスターに呼ばれて、その USB メモリをよこすように言われた。その中を見れば、クワナの正体と目的がわかるらしい。
今開いてみましたが、中身はデータファイルが一つ入っているだけですな。
内容は？
Is it a PowerPoint?
動画ですね。内容はこれから。
Just one video?
再生してみましょう。いいですか？
なんだろう。すごいドキドキするんだけど。
There was another important video in this story earlier. Kuwana went to great lengths to keep this video a secret. What are we about to see? Does it have to do with the earlier video? I know there's chat, but I'm just gonna keep going, okay? I'll read chat in a second.
フルスクリーンにします。
I can't wait. The cliffhanger be too much. Oh. A fight? 2008. Ooh. Mitsuru?
はいはーい。今度はマジですげえの決めっから。ういー。いつで
Oh
も
my
いいよ。
god.
おい、てめえ、いけんな。みつる。何しらけることやってんだこれ。ああ、こりゃお仕置きだぞ。やだよ。お仕置き。お仕置き。さあ皆さん。
He's not even fighting back, man. Like, really? Oh no. Come on. Poor kid. Of course. Oh my god. So this looks like a hidden camera? Ew.
カメラに映んないよ。もう素人じゃないんだからさ。うわ、こいつしょんべんしてる。
Oh.
そっきも。きったね。マジかよ。
This poor kid. Does he know the camera's there? Well, that was awful. So, his name was Mitsuru. Oh, okay. He's the kid who is in a coma now. 30 years. Okay. I thought his name was familiar. That is so rough. Now, that video is over. So why does Kuwana have this?
最悪だ、こいつら。
楠本充のストリップとそう言ってましたね。
Mitsuru Kusumo.
ああ、楠本充といえば13年前の黒川学園、澤先生の同級生で校舎から飛び降りた子だ。
厚労省事務次官楠本玲子の息子でしたね。そして30歳になる今に至るも昏睡状態が続いています。
Okay.
この動画は楠本充がいじめを受けてた時の、おそらくは隠し撮りされたものでしょう。
この動画ってクワナさんが隠し持ってたんだよね。
Yeah, it's very weird.
なんでクワナさんがこんなものを？
わからない。でもセイレーンのマスターは、この動画を見ればクワナの正体も動機もわかると言ってた。
ちょっと失礼。この辺り、主だったメンバーの顔が映っています。
Okay. So we're going to be analyzing the video. I
状況を整理してみ
don't know
ま
if
せ
it's
ん
going to
か。
make us watch parts of it again.
そうだな。わかったよ。
Okay. So screenshot right now. Hopefully we can find what we need in this video. Seems likely considering it was hidden and sought after. Just make a marker so I know when this part's coming up. Okay, find what we need in this video. Seems likely considering it was hidden and sought after. Yeah, okay. Just the frame. Alright, good. Good. Oh boy. Alright, so this is Mitsuru. It's a bullying video Kuwana kept hidden away. What can we gain from this? Despite jumping off his school's roof 13 years ago, Mitsuru Kusumoto's still clinging to life.
かわいそうだよね、ミツル君。あんな目に遭わされて、誰にも助けてもらえなかった。
母親の楠本玲子は13年前、まだ厚生労働省に勤める無名の一官僚でした。詳しくは分かりませんが、夫とは早くに別れてたようですね。彼女は息子を女手一つで育てていたのです。
ねえ、もしかしてその楠本さんと別れた旦那っていうのがクワナさんだったりして、それで息子の様子を隠し撮りしたのがこの動画だったとか。
いや、クワナはさすがに30の息子がいる年には見えないな。もっと他の可能性を探ろっか。なんだ。
I'm gonna catch up with chat. Yeah, thank y'all for giving a content warning. Because I didn't know what was going up. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just like, for people watching. For me, I can only drink coffee if it has sugar, like regular coffee, just bleh. I've been able to drink black coffee before, but it's not my favorite. I definitely prefer a sweeter taste. Would you ever have 9 monitors, Bishi, like Sugimoto? I forget his name. No. I don't want that many. I think, if anything, I'd like one more. I feel like it would be nice to have one for my game, one for OBS, and then one dedicated to, say, Chrome, so I could like go and check on my subtitles whenever I want without having to click anything, or a YouTube video, basically just having another one to look at stuff. I've been considering maybe getting one. I mean, I guess I could get one whenever. It's just about like, do I want to spend the money right now? You know, that kind of thing. But yeah. I mean, even considered making it like a goal for us to collectively save up for a third one for me to have it for stream, but I'm not sure if that's something that we would want to do. Especially espresso shots or cold brew. Yeah. Those definitely are pretty intense. He needs all 9 monitors to bid on the Pokemon cards. Oh, his Etsy, no, not Etsy, eBay bids. Iced coffee. Iced coffee is very nice. I always gotta put sugar in milk. You know, lots of people don't put sugar, but I just have to. Tried a new type of coffee. It was called amaretto. Oh, amarettos are good. Just had it on its own. It had a strong vanilla scent. It felt like adding sugar would probably ruin it. Yeah, some coffee's good on its own. Catching up with y'all. Just the frame of the video. Okay, good. Right, yeah, it's awful when nobody wants to help. Like, okay, the other students don't want to get involved. Also terrible, but you would think at least an adult would get involved if it's happening in front of them. But so many teachers just take the stance of like, oh, I'm not gonna get involved. It's not, you know, even though it's like you're the adult, you're the responsible person, you should be stepping in to help someone who needs help, you know? But yeah, I really hate public schools and really any school, even private schools, you know? All schools, throw them in the garbage. If Fishy wants something, we all want to help. Oh, well, that's sweet of you. Yeah, like I said, I've considered it. Just haven't really, like, set it up or anything, but maybe. Because I think a third one would be pretty neat, even though I'm like, I don't know where I would put it. Maybe, like, over here where some of my decorations are, and then I would just have to move the decorations. I don't know. But definitely no more than 3. I see some streaming setups that have, like, 5 screens, and I'm like, I don't even know what I would do with that many. I don't even know what I would put up there. Like, one for every Chrome tab I have open? I mean, I don't know. I know some people, like, spread, like, when they're playing a game, they'll spread it across all of their monitors. I feel like that would actually bother me visually because it's just so much going on and so much input at once that I just prefer to have a screen. I can look at the screen, and that way my eyes aren't being, like, overwhelmed, you know? Ugh. I haven't even tried that with 2 monitors. I haven't even spread a game across 2. Because it's just such a wide screen. I mean, it's the size of a table. I don't know. I work at a coffee shop. The amount of sugar and cream some people put in their coffees is crazy. Sometimes there'll be only a 1/4 of coffee and the rest is sugar and cream. Okay, that's a little intense. That's basically just milk with a hint of coffee. Would you get one of the really long monitors? I think so. I think that could be pretty cool. I would have to get used to it, of course. I know there's monitors that would be as long as what I have now. But then again, like, I do like the separation, especially, like, my camera is actually sitting right between my 2 monitors. So if I had one, it would have to sit, like, right on top of it. I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but I like the fact that I can kind of put the camera lower, so it's easier for me to look like I'm, like, looking at you guys. I'm watching you. I'm watching you back just like you're watching me. You have 5. One can be dedicated to scrolling Yakuza hunks photos. Yakuza hunks. Oh my god. I would get so distracted during stream. I would keep being like... I would keep looking up. Okay. Alright. I got my giggles out. Let's get back to this. Okay, we look at you. Let's look at you. Familiar.
Oh? 僕は見たことなさそうです。
I don't recognize him, but
僕もわからないな。思い出した。誰？三越柴弘の死体発見現場にいた。
Piece of crap. Should have punched you then and there.
全員黒川学園の卒業生って言ってたんだ。
So that was a bully.
神奈川県警の刑事に身分証を見せてた。名前は確か赤池って。
するとこういう言い方ができますかね。事件の周辺にいた人物たちが振り返ってみるとみんなこのいじめ動画に映っていると。
ああ。問題はそんな動画をなんで桑名が持っていたかだ。
And there's gonna be these two. Okay.
この携帯カメラでいじめを撮ってた女子は
動画の中で名前を呼ばれてたよ。鈴木って。
ええ、 だとすると僕らも知っているあの人物だと思いますね。
ああ、この女子生徒は今鈴木から別の名前に変わってるんだ。
Oh, is it? Suzuki's just her maiden name. 13 years later, her name is currently. Is this the victim in the case with Ihara? Mamiya, right?
間宮結衣。江原に帰還されたとされる
Okay, she was a
被害者
bully.
女性。旧姓が鈴木で、
Okay,
間
this
宮
was
は
one of my
結婚して
theories.
からの名前だよ。
That she was a bully and
そして13年前、
this was the dirt on her,
楠本
and how she got
美鶴と同じ
convinced
ク
to
ラス
help
にい
with
たことは
the murder.
沢先生の口からも確認が取れてる。
ええ、やはりこの女子生徒
Wow.
は間宮結
I
衣
had a
で
feeling as soon as there was a girl in this video, I was like, I wonder if that's Mamiya.
一体どういう人なわけ？
Apparently a terrible freaking
世
person.
間的に楠本充へのいじめ加害者は河合真也一人だとされていました。しかしこの動画を見ると実態は明らかにこれまでの情報と違っています。実は10人近い生徒がいじめに関わっていて、間宮結衣もそのうちの一人だった。
ああ、もしこの動画が世に出たら、間宮結衣もここに映ってる生徒たちもみんなまずいことになるな。楠本充を追い詰め、今日まで昏睡状態にしておきながら自分たちは知らん顔で暮らしてた。
No repercussions.
そんな風にバレたら社会的に抹殺される。
Well, let's leak it then.
友人知人、
Even though it shows, you know, the victim in a terrible situation too. That's the only thing, like, you know, that's what I would feel bad about.
怪しいな。
This bigger guy is acting like the main bully. I've seen this face before.
楠本充をいじめた加害生徒は河合真也という名前だったはずです。
Right. So that was the guy RK
この
was looking
間
for.
カムロ町で RK が探し回ってた。その時俺が連中に見せられた写真はこの動画の河合と同一人物で間違いないと思う。そして河合が殺されたらしいと当たりをつけた RK はこの後どういうわけか桑名を追って偉人町に来たってことになるな。
Did Sawa-sensei get mixed up in all of this because of Kawai's case? No. Can't see a connection there yet. If we learned more about Kuwana or his past, I'm sure I could make some sense out of this. Yeah, like, it's just a video, like, it's giving us stuff, but nothing about Kuwana specifically. There's something else.
怪しいな。
The date? 2008-9-17 must be the date. In school year terms, they probably just finished summer break.
13年前の9月17日午後4時過ぎだから多分放課後の教室だね。
あ、いやこれは
なんだよ。
今楠本充が屋上から飛び降りた日付を確かめたのですが9月17日でした。
え？
つまりこの動画が撮られた後、その日のうちに彼は校舎の屋上から飛び降りたようです。
This video captures the crucial instance of bullying that drove Mitsuru Kusumoto to attempt suicide. I have a heavy feeling in my heart seeing this, you know? Because this shit happens.
動画を見て新たに繋がってきた線もあるにはありました。しかし肝心なところがまだわかりません。このいじめ動画をなぜ桑名さんが隠し持っていたのかです。
ああ、桑名はこの動画を隠し撮りをした張本人なのか、それとも誰か他の撮影者からこの動画を受け取っただけなのか。
桑名さんと澤先生は何かしらの知り合いだったんでしょ？だったら13年前に澤先生がこの動画を撮っていてそれを桑名さんに預けてたとは考えられない？便利屋って仕事の一環で。
あり得るとは思う。ただしっくりは来ない。
なんで？
セイレーンのマスターが言ってたんだ。
え？
ライターの中身を見ればいずれわかる。桑名君の目的も彼が何者なのかも。
Past and his purpose.
多分あんたなら突き止めるだろう。
Past and purpose.
あの人は この動画を見ることでクワナの正体もわかるって。でも俺らはまだそこまでたどり着けてない。
いじめの隠し撮りからわかる正体って何？
クワナが今40前半ぐらいだとして13年前は30前後ってところだ。もしかして学校の先生だったりして、このいじめがあったクラスのさ。
そういうことなら杉浦氏が持ち帰った卒業アルバムがありますよ。澤先生の部屋にあったやつです。八神氏はまだ中を見てませんでしたね。
そうだった。持ってくるよ。
その口ぶりだともう二人は中を見たんだな。
ええ、残念ながら教師陣の中に桑名さんの顔は見当たらなかったです。
ここが楠本充くんがいたクラスのページ。
澤先生
も映ってたし、マミやユイも映ってるね。
クラスの担任はこの人か。
楠本充がいじめを受けていたところを何度も目撃してたのに見過ごしてたとか、あまりやりすぎるなよと薄笑いまで。
Oh right, I think we heard about him before.
クワナじゃないな。
Yeah.
別人だ。
他のクラスの先生も見たけど、クワナさんはいなかったね。
楠本充。この子の写真はアルバム用に撮られたものじゃなかったんだな。
Yeah, it's different.
ええ、おそらくその撮影をするより前に飛び降りてしまったのです。
Kid. Mitsuru Kusumoto attempted suicide in September. The other photos in here must have been taken after that. With that in mind, I can tell just how forced their smiles are in these pictures.
澤先生は全然笑ってないね。
ん？先生は高校を卒業した後は同窓会にも行ってないって言ってたよ。このクラスの誰とも会ってないって。
確かに。その集まりだと嫌でも充くんの話をすることになるだろうからね。
こちらには鈴木優衣さんが映っていますね。やはり先ほどの動画に映っていた女子生徒です。
彼女も楠本充のいじめ自殺に加担した一人だった。
このページに映ってる子たちの何割かはさっきの動画に映ってたわけでしょ。
ああ。でも河合深也は映ってないんだな。
おお。
河合。
本当だね。映ってない。
河合は充くんの飛び降り後、いじめ加害者として叩かれ、自主的に退学したはずです。ネットの書き込みにはそうありました。裏取りはできてませんが、自然な成り行きであったろうと思いますな。
本当は他にも叩かれるべきいじめ加害者がいたのに、河合以外の全員が罪を免れた。
Let's look at this yearbook a bit more. Does anything stick out as strange? Let's see. Really not so fun fact. Kuwana as an alias came from the date 917. Altogether, Kuwana. Kuwana. Wow. The game doesn't tell you this, but it's super fascinating. I wonder why they don't tell you that. I guess if you're Japanese or Japanese speaking, maybe you would pick up on it, and so it's just kind of like an interesting thing to figure out on your own. Of course, I wouldn't have known that. I'm not fluent, but... I got the spider. I'm victorious. Congrats, Yowzers, you did it. You've defeated your first boss battle. Now get ready for the next 900. Yeah, did you get its babies? Oh, God. Oh... Okay, does anything stick out as strange? We have the teacher. That's it! The homeroom teacher at the time just looked the other way, telling them not to overdo it. I know that thanks to Sawa-sensei.
その時の担任は、充くんがいじめられてるところを見ても、そんなに深刻じゃないと思ってました。笑いながら、やりすぎんなよと見過ごしていたんです。後で世間のバッシングを受けて教職を追われました。
教職を追われた？
どうしたの？
Oh, so he shouldn't be in the yearbook.
楠本充の飛び降りで当時の担任はえらく叩かれたんだ。その後教職を追われたって聞いてる。
うん。それで？
だとしたらこのアルバムの担任って辞めた先生の後に来た代わりの先生ってことはないか？
So that might not be him?
それはあり得る話ですね。
Oh.
バッシングされた担任の名前を調べてみます。アルバムに載ってる先生とは別人かもしれません。
Wouldn't the name say it? Wouldn't his name under the picture say the right name though? Right? Because we have the name of the teacher who did that. So wouldn't it say the... I'm confused. Okay. I mean, like, I get the idea of what they're saying. I'm just like, why wouldn't the name be there? Like the right one?
Yagami氏、わかりました。楠本充の元々の担任の名前。やはりアルバムに載っていた先生とは別人でした。当時の担任は北方優とあります。
北方？
え？あ、それってもしかして。
彼、本名北方ってんだよ。
So we didn't know the name of the teacher who acted that way. That's why this works.
相馬が口にしてたクワナの本当の名前だ。
じゃあ、
Oh shit.
クワナさんは元は
So Kuwana's the asshole
写真も出
teacher.
てきました。これが13年前の北方先生です。
He was a teacher?
クワナ
だ。
確かに。
ああ、そうだ。そうすると澤先生もこのクラスにいたんだから、彼女にとってもクワナは
I did not expect that. So Kuwana
それが二人の接
was
点だったんだ。
her teacher. Weird. Huh.
そういうことだったのですね。クワナさんがすべてをつなぐキ
So
ー
why
マ
did he
ンだ
go
った。
visit her?
13年前、みつるくんの飛び降りで学校を
So he had to go underground because he couldn't get any other jobs. Okay, so that's why he
クワ
did
ナ
handyman
純って
stuff.
便利屋を名乗るようになった。
Jesus.
その時頼ったのが登園だったセイレーンのマスターだ。クワナは積極的に裏社会とも関わろうとしてたらしい。そして何か目的意識が
Well, I
強
don't
か
like
った。
Kuwana now.
目的意識？それってどういう？
Kuwana stopped teaching because a student of his attempted suicide. What was he after when he went underground? To become an underground big shot. To get revenge on the bullies. To be the world's greatest handyman. Okay, we're just gonna go straight for the answer here, which I'm assuming is this.
いじめ加害者への復讐だ。クワナはそもそも生徒たちがいじめなんてしなければ教職を追われずに済んだって思ったのかもな。
Even though, like,
で、
as the teacher, you have a responsibility there too.
河合深夜に向けられたってのはどう？
なるほど。確か河合は5年前、
Maybe
カムロ
Kuwana
町
killed
で
the
知人らしき男
main
女に車
bully?
で連れ去
What
ら
about
れ
the
たとい
other
うことでした。
ones?
じゃあ、その中の一人がクワナさんだったの？
可能性としてはあると思う。
Wouldn't that be wild? Your teacher finds you later in life and kills you? Like,
5年前のク
oh
ワナの
my
存在
god,
に気
you know,
づい
for
たのかも。
bullying.
そして、
Huh.
その時の事情を聞きたくて偉人町までクワナを追ってきた。
ああ、それなら RK が
Teacher
偉人町に来た理由になりますね。
また、河合の知人らしき男女っていうくらいだから、
So
クワナ
who
さんの他に
exactly?
も何人かいたんだよね。それってもしかして？
ああ。
The other bullies? They knew Kauai somehow. The evidence we've gathered so far should give us a clue. Yeah, this story is getting very, very interesting. The evidence we've gathered should give clues on who knew Kauai. Probably this. Or the yearbook. The video?
これだ。
Yeah.
ああ、そこに映ってる
The
子た
other
ち。
bullies.
河合の知り合いだった男女。そう言われる間柄なのは間違いない。
でも、
Yeah.
なんでこの子たちが河合を拉
That
致
is
するの？
something to think about. Yeah. I think all the other bullies have been
Yeah.
forced into like doing things
協力
because
さ
look
せ
at the
たの
dirt he has on them, right?
ほらこの動画って
Man.
クワナがこっそり隠し持ってたわけだろ
So
で
did
も
he record
こ
it?
こに映ってる連中にしてみたら絶対に人に見せ
Maybe
たく
he
ない
thought
し
bullying was going. Maybe he wanted to see how far the bullying was going and then recorded it.
飛び降りまでさせたことが大っぴらになるんだから
確かにネットに流出でもしたら大変です
Man, that's enough to make them like commit murders so it's not revealed? I guess so.
クワナにしてみれば
Yeah.
彼らの弱みを握ってたことになるそれで
Damn.
河合への復讐に加担させた
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it enough to make people murder?
させられるかな河合って殺されたんでしょ
河合が殺されたってのは RK がそう言ってるだけだよ死体が見つかったわけじゃない
Yeah, we don't know that. But also, who killed the most recent bully? Would it be the same group of bullies again?
まだたらればの話が積み重なってるからなでも
Yeah.
それを裏付けてくれるかもしれない人はいる
誰のこと
例えばこの中に映っているマミ
We
ヤ
could do the same
ユミなら
thing, show her the video and be like, we're gonna leak it if you
俺は
don't,
家まで押しかけたことがある
unless you tell us everything we
も
want
し
to
河
know.
合を拉致した中に彼女もいたなら
Dang.
面白い話が聞けるかもしれない
そうですね今八神氏が語ったのはカムロ町と偉人町の事件をつなぐ一つの仮説ですですが間宮優衣からその裏付けを取れたならさらなる情報が引き出せるはずですよ桑名さんの居所もわかるかもしれません
ああまだクワナは完全に取り逃がした
Well,
わけ
this
じゃ
is good
なさ
evidence
そうだ
for her cooperating in the case with Ihara
どういう人
to give him an alibi.
三越柴殺しと江原のアリバイ偽装澤先生の事件5年前の河合信也の
See, I didn't see this coming. Like, I had no idea why Kuwana was important to the story until just now.
あいつの尻尾さえつかめれば全部見えてくるはずだ、
じゃあもしかして今僕らいい線いってる
ふん多分な、明日
And
早速マミヤ
I
ユ
have
に
complicated
直
feelings
撃しよう
about him now as well.
では杉浦氏も八神氏に同行してくだされ状況は次のステージに移ったように思います僕は一人で大丈夫海藤さんも負傷した今
A
八神氏には
friend.
助けが必要でしょう
オッケーつくもくんが
つくも
そう言うなら
助
かるよありがとなつくも杉浦は
Forgetting
う
his
ち
name.
に返すから
One Piece.
僕の相棒はそんなにやわじゃありません存分にこき使ってくだされ
Dude, you have no idea. Yeah, like, I mean, not that I was like, oh, I love Kuwana before this, you know, I was very neutral towards him of like, okay, so what is your role in this game overall? What are you gonna amount to, really? You know what I mean? And then we learn that he's not responsible for, but he let slide a major case of bullying, and then the bullying led to someone going into a coma. But it seems, based on what we've learned so far, that he's now trying to repent for not doing anything by getting fucking revenge, like murdering and, you know, torturing, terrible things, blackmailing. So he's doing terrible things, but like his motivations, I don't know whether to say are selfish because they're because of guilt that he has in himself, or a sense of justice. You know, probably a mix of both. Like he has intense guilt, but also wants to get revenge for the kid that was bullied. But it's to such an extent, like murder, blackmail, torture. You know what I mean? Like it's so much. It's kind of like, wouldn't it be enough to just leak the video and show, hey, look, this is the terrible thing that these people have done. He would still be ruining their lives. Which I'm assuming that he would probably do that anyway when he's done with them. That's kind of my feeling. Or maybe that's just my wishful thinking, you know, like once he's through using them to commit these murders and get rid of some of the bullies, like the main actors, he's going to ruin their lives anyway and go back on his promise of, you know, I won't leak this if you help me do this. But then in the process, he would be revealing himself and what he's done, murder, torture, etc. Unless he's like, you know, my life doesn't have meaning unless I do this, then maybe he'd be like, I don't care now, put me in jail, I'm done what I've set out to do. I don't know. That's probably stuff that will be revealed to us later, about his, like, the true extent and explanation of his motivations, but that's kind of what I'm theorizing and thinking about right now. But very complicated character for sure. Yeah, very, very complicated. So many ways to interpret his character, right? And like, I don't want to sympathize with him because like he screwed up in the first place. Like, he was an adult, he had power and responsibility, and he didn't do anything. And then by doing so, by not acting, he allowed that to happen to that poor kid. So it's kind of like, okay, so you're trying to make up for it by murdering people and torturing, but like, it doesn't change the fact that you allowed this to happen. You know what I mean? And again, I'm like, I feel almost like his motivations are selfish, because since this character is in a coma, it's kind of like they don't even know that they're getting justice. They're not aware that you're doing this. Like, this really is just for him, it kind of also feels like. So that's why it's complicated, because it's like, okay, yeah, they're getting their comeuppance, but at the same time, like, is there really justice being done for the victim? Not really, you know, because he has no idea. He's in a coma. He, you know? So, yeah, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that is a fucking lot. Oh my god. Yeah, y'all were not kidding about how heavy this game can get. And, yeah, I'm sorry for anybody that has personal experience with situations like this. My heart goes out to you. And I am very, very sorry if, you know, watching some of these scenes really, really hits you. But, you know, I appreciate you being here. And, of course, as always, if you need to take a break from or step away, like I know some of you did, during moments like that, don't feel bad about that. I totally understand. And I'll try to put some content warnings in the description when I upload this later. That's why I did a marker earlier. So, yeah. Oh, okay, let me read y'all's thoughts now. And actually, while we're talking, let's go ahead and switch over here. You know, this music is very lighthearted. We're gonna be talking about some serious stuff, so sorry about that. I don't really want to turn it off necessarily. Let me turn my sound effects and stuff back on. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be ending the stream, but I want to read y'all's thoughts first, and then I'll say goodnight and everything. But let me switch to another song, maybe. That's fine. Okay, my god. Oh. That would be one hell of a class reunion, I know, right? Jeez. Keep in mind their lives and career would implode if that got out. Yeah, yeah. I guess that could motivate people to commit crimes to prevent that from getting out. I wish I didn't play this so I could speculate with you. Oh. Oh. Dude, you have no idea. So many people have complicated feelings about him that it's now a meme in the fandom that everybody has to write their Kuwana essay. In this essay, I will have a lot of thoughts, but I'll save them for later. Yeah, like I don't even know the whole story, and especially those of you who have already played it and seen the ending, like, you know, you would probably have some nuance that I don't have right now, but yeah, we gotta wait on that. Very interesting to say the least. Yeah, I mean, just from what I know right now, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many ways you could interpret this character. Man, you could have stopped this from the beginning. Exactly, like that's kind of where I'm ending up, is the frustration of like, okay, yeah, you're trying to get revenge, but like that doesn't change the fact that what you did was wrong, and the victim will never know that you feel remorse or that anybody is getting punishment. You know, at least right now. I don't know if something will change later in the story, but at the moment, that's how I'm viewing it. Your interpretation is super valid and one I agree a lot with. Yeah, like, there's different facets to it. Like, there's a frustration I feel, but also I'm like, wow, he's getting some revenge, but ultimately, yeah. Kuwana is probably the most interesting antagonist RGG has written. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really view him as an antagonist right now. Just like a, I don't know, a complicated character. I mean, we fought him once. I guess that would make him kind of antagonistic, but he ultimately was on our side, at least right now. For some reason, the revenge on the bully's motive I always interpreted like it was revenge for himself. He blamed the bullies for getting him fired. Right? Like, I feel like it's selfish. I don't 100% feel like, hell yeah, get those bullies. Because, like, yes, they're getting a punishment, so they know that they're being punished for what they did. But again, the victim doesn't know. And yeah, I think he's mostly motivated by his anger that, like, oh, my life was ruined because of you guys, and not this poor child's life was ruined because of you guys, you know? So, but we'll learn more about it later, I'm assuming. I think you just wrote your obligatory Kuwana essay. Yeah, but I don't even know the full story yet, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah, see, I'm dying to see this unravel. Yeah, me too. I want to know more, but 'tis the end of the stream, 4.5 hours. And it was really hot in here, so I'm like, hot. That was a classic RGG plot dump. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm keeping up with the plot of this story very well, I have to say. Sometimes I get kind of lost, and I'm like, huh? I'll forget names still, because I'm just not good with names. So, you know, y'all had to tell me who the victim was in the video. Like, who is that again? Because I forgot the name. But aside from that, I'm keeping up with it, so I like that. Honestly, you just have to write essays. I could write you an entire essay on how many thoughts I have on literally so many characters from RGG. What an interesting antagonist with Kuwana. Obviously, he bears the burden of having this damaging event happen in front of him, and from what we've seen, his actions can only tell us that he only wants to lift this weight off of himself, wants closure, and he's not seeking actual justice. Right. At least right now, that's what we're seeing. Oh, I love Kuwana so much I bought his jacket. Favorite antagonist. Yeah, I guess he is an antagonist, huh? Not quite a villain, but an antagonist. He does have a good jacket. And there's my essay. Yeah, there you go. There's your essay. My essay is a verbally spoken essay, because I'm a streamer, so that's where all my thoughts go. But yeah, now that we've kind of gotten all that out and talked about it, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I appreciate you all so much for being here. I know today was super, super heavy. Again, as always, if there is a tense moment or a content that you are not comfortable seeing, always okay to pop out and check back in later. You know, or if it's giving you a really strong reaction, just step away and take the night to yourself and feel better, you know? I totally understand that. But yeah, I will definitely be putting a content warning just for this whole part of the playthrough, at least after a certain point, because it's the whole end of the stream basically was about that content matters. So yeah, you stole his jacket. Good. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Now he's cold, Kuwana. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That's for you, Jay. Last stream was heavy and this one was super heavy. Yeah, this was also very, very heavy, but that's what happens when you're doing plot, especially in this game, Lost Judgment. Yeah, Lost Judgment, chill out, right? This one has some really heavy content matter. And that's the nature of Judgment, I think, as a series. It's always going to be kind of heavier than the typical Yakuza game, at least comparatively, right? Here's my essay, Kuwana Kitakata Bar. I'm hungry. I'm also hungry, so that's also why I'm ending the stream. But yeah, that is a... That is a good stopping point. We'll be picking this back up next Tuesday, doing some more plot. Again, probably getting to maybe chapter 12. Maybe the point of no return, you know, something like that. Probably just to chapter 12. And maybe at that point, we'll start going around and doing all the side content that I want to do before we end the game. And then eventually the Kaito files, which I'm excited for. That would be a nice little cool down after a very heavy story, I feel. But yeah, oh yeah, I'll be checking out that tier list after the stream as well. But that's gonna be it for me, y'all. I will be back tomorrow around 8:30 p.m. Central Time with another fan favorite, some more Ace Attorney. We'll be starting the 4th case in Justice for All. So once we're done with that, I'm done with Justice for All. And we'll be moving on to the 3rd game after that. But we'll probably be in this case for a little while, you know. It takes a minute to get through them, but yeah, apparently it's gonna be a really good one, which is great after the last one that we did not like that much. But yeah. See you all for the best case in Justice for All. So hyped, let's go. Yeah, see, I kept saying, oh, this is the best case in the whole series, but actually what y'all have said is it's best case and Justice for All, so sorry about that, I got confused. But yeah, let me find somebody to raid real quick before I say goodnight. I can see myself dancing. Oh, brother, let's see. I feel, since we just did a lot of heavy plot and uncomfortable content matter, let's do a raid for... Oh yeah. Let's do a raid for Dash Ducks, because the ducks are awake. I would do the chickens, but they're asleep, so they're not moving that much. Let's do a raid for a live cam of ducks. Yes, do those honks, y'all. They're eating, they're swimming, they're being really cute, so I think that would be a nice way for us to kind of cool down. They don't really have like a active chat, it's like sub only, so don't feel the need to do like a raid message or anything. But just enjoy them. Just enjoy them. Yes, get those honks, y'all. Let's go see the ducks. I want to see some ducks. Yeah. This was a doozy. Excited for tomorrow. Looking forward to hanging out in here after going on campus. Hell yeah. Great stream. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Such a great stream. See y'all for some more Ace Attorney. It was a great stream, but also a heavy stream, so let's go see some ducks. But yeah, as always, thank y'all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all. Whether you were lurking, chatting, subscribed, bits, all that stuff, all of it helps me out so much, and continue streaming and having fun with you guys every week. So as always, I appreciate y'all very, very much. I hope y'all have a wonderful night and a good view of the ducks. Go give them some kisses, I guess, through the screen. Just kiss them. But yeah, there's my social media. I'm most active on Twitter and YouTube. I'm a little behind on YouTube uploads. I'm sorry. I don't have the most recent Lost Judgment videos up, but I'm working on it. I had a busy weekend. And there's our Discord, open to anybody. You don't gotta be subscribed, and everybody's welcome. We just had a fun community night on Saturday where we watched the Yakuza stage play fully through, all the way, now that it's translated. Although the second half is translated kind of bad, so it's also kind of funny. But yeah, we're gonna have another night of community movie watching or games next weekend. Not this one, but the next one. And we do them every other weekend, unless something comes up. But yeah, hope y'all have a wonderful night, have fun with the ducks, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 with some more Ace Attorney. But yeah, see y'all next time. Bye-bye!